Welcome to the Roeland podcast, featuring your host Roel Navarrete and yours Ty Young, with our two special guests.
First ever special guest.
First, yeah. This is. I mean, we've had unique people here before, like Hunter's gardening hoe, but
and
Lizzie, but we didn't really treat them as guests. So we have here none other on my right, Whitney Schwisow. Whitney Schwisow is a viral sensation on TikTok and YouTube. She has 3,000 views on her parody song.
3.5.
3.5. I mean, it's grown overnight.
Wow.
She's a drum major. Worked with Roel Navarrete. She's in all the sports. Soccer, basketball, softball. Her soccer career was, kind of
cut.
But whatever. She performs it with all of us in limited edition. And just so you can follow her on TikTok, her username is ._Whitney Elizabeth_.
Oh no.
And here on my left I have Connor Kelley, St. Paul Lutheran School alumni.
Yeah.
Wow.
Known him since elementary school.
True.
He, always carried the title of the cute kid, as far as I can remember.
And the kids who didn't have parents, but
I remember. Oh, that's another topic, but yeah, Connor Kelley performs with us in limited edition. He's a starting soccer goalie. He was mentoring his own goalie for the future, Nolan Marlette. He was a runner-up in the intramural basketball team.
I was a runner-up.
Yeah, what was the team name?
Born to Mow.
Born to Mow.
Coached by Peyton Murphy.
Yeah, Peyton Murphy was that
Wow.
coach. We got robbed, but we'll get it next year. Sorry.
What was the record?
We were 4-2.
That's pretty good.
I mean,
yeah.
You didn't have a losing record.
I think we were 4-2, or maybe it was 2-4. It was one of the two.
that's a big difference.
I mean, if you made it to the finals, needless to say, I think it's pretty good.
You had a decent record, yeah.
Oh, and also tennis god.
Yeah.
There is, I'm not in tennis, but from the sounds of it, there's a fight for the GOAT title at Beatrice High School for tennis. I feel like there's a lot of people that self-proclaim themselves as
There are lots of people that think they are the best.
Who would you say is the best at Beatrice?
Like of all time, or just right now?
Ooh,
Right now. Because Colt's pretty good.
Colt is very good.
Don't be afraid to drop bombs.
Yeah, don't be afraid to say Max Myers shit.
But Max Myers gonna see this and be like, damn.
I ain't gonna say.
Max good.
Max already knows it's me and Max. It's just the history, but
Yeah,
Max
there's beef.
ain't bad. I
Max
feel
is
like
pretty
it's rough.
good.
It depends on the day, because some days Colt's really on. As long
Connor
as free tag,
right?
free tags.
Yeah.
He's just more. I think he's more athletic than he has skill. If I'm being honest.
Who, free tag?
Free tag, yeah. Because he doesn't put a lot of spin on the balls, I mean, most of you guys probably don't know what that is, but I know Roel kind of does.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like when Max, how he does that weird
Oh yeah.
slicing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like it depends on the day, but overall, I'd probably Colt.
Colt
Colt
Really?
was the one last year, but we'll see this year.
Whoa,
Okay.
You want to have a call out? I'm coming for you,
Colt
Colt.
challenge matches. I'm gonna mess you up, bro.
Oh, that's another compilation in the making.
Oh
Have
my
that voice
gosh.
club. I'm gonna come after you, Colt. Ba 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 ba.
And then his voice right when I was getting fucking my ass and aims into me.
He'll come back to this clap. Do a clown emoji over your face.
Whitney, has it ever have you ever thought about tennis? Doing girls tennis?
Yeah. I mean, not really seriously thought
I feel
about
like
it.
I feel like your skills from softball would transition, with the
I mean,
swing.
I'm not very good at tennis. Just the recreation I've played with Connor and Colts and Dawson sometimes. But I feel like if I would have actually started when I was a freshman, that I could have been good. But I don't know. I've played soccer since 4th grade, so I wasn't gonna give that.
That's true. That is it's kind of weird how boys and girls sports are
it's
different,
weird.
Yeah.
Y'all have baseball to and spring sports, and then softball's fall.
Yeah.
It's
and it's
whack.
the opposite in college, because for high
Yeah.
school, softball is in the fall, and spring is soccer, and then in college, soccer is in the fall, and softball is in the spring.
Soccer's in the fall for boys as well.
College sports kind of has to get there.
And tennis. I think tennis is both fall and spring in college, but I'm not sure.
2 seasons.
I think it is.
That's pretty cool.
That is dope. Or it's just like one big ass season. You just take it. I don't know which one it is. Never found.
So yeah, all of us, we have a theme today for today's podcast, and that is soccer. All of us have tried to play soccer. You know, I didn't really get to play a game of soccer in my life because I got cucked.
Man.
But everyone here, except for me, has played a game of soccer, high school soccer.
Facts.
What were your guys's? I know, like, one of the last days when we were in session, I think, one of the first things that were announced was, like, Sloan getting canceled.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and then that was, like, kind of a shock to everyone. Because that was, like, one of the big determination if we were going to still have school anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Whitney, you're a senior. Sloan was your last limited edition competition. What were your emotions when you heard about that?
I mean, I was upset, but I also was, like, glad that I went back to the Rock finals because I wasn't at the like first performance at the Rock, and so then I was like debating whether or not I should go back up for finals after our loss, and so because I literally literally like
I can do that.
We got back to the high school from like the vans. We got in the parking lot, and then I hopped in my mom's car and went straight up there, and I did like my makeup and everything in the car.
Oh my
and so
gosh,
it was just like strenuous, and so I like had to make that decision whether I wanted to go back up or not. And so I'm glad I made that decision, and that was a really good performance. So I guess I'm glad that I got to go out on that. But when I heard that someone was canceled, I was kind of upset. I guess I don't know. Because that stinks.
Yeah, a lot of the seniors, I could just tell the whole atmosphere in that room was really depressing.
Wasn't
like,
Matt Jogman like
he was
crying?
He was?
crying.
I didn't hear about that.
I think I saw that.
No shit.
Yeah, Matt Job was crying.
Pretty sure I was sick that day.
Yeah, you were.
Were you?
You
Oh,
were
yeah,
sick
yeah,
that
you
whole
were.
I
week.
was sick the whole week.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you showed up to when we did the
Soccer, and I was
1100s.
like, bro, do you have fucking COVID-19? Back then it was still called Corona.
Coronavirus. Now it's COVID-19.
Now-
Yeah, why did that change?
It's also the novel coronavirus to some.
Uh-huh.
My least favorite interpretation of the name.
Yeah, and I only had to run 1100 because I was sick, so that was
That's
kind of
that's
clutch.
baller.
That was kind of clutch.
I only had to run one because of the fundraiser.
Oh my god.
Jaden
Yeah.
Guernsey only had to run one, but he
Yo,
went
he
two.
kicked in the nos that last one, bro.
That was
remember?
insane.
Yeah, he was going.
He was like
He
5
popped
seconds
off.
off. 4
Yeah.
minutes, I think.
Yeah, smoked him. Smoked the free tag in heaven.
What's the best record for 1100?
It might have been that,
I
to
think-
be
I think
honest.
so, yeah.
To
Right
be honest.
there. Otherwise, it was a free tag every
Uh-huh.
time. God damn, that kid put in a lot of work.
Yeah, I don't. When did he improve like so drastically?
Well, literally, he didn't miss a single day in the morning. Not,
Oh, that's
like, not
true.
a single.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh my gosh.
I never saw free tag out of the gym.
Didn't miss one day. And it was like he just never got sick or anything. Because like I missed a couple days and I got sick and then like
Uh-huh.
other things.
It's a rough few days after you miss
But
a
yeah, my
few.
man just grinded
Oh my god.
every day. That was
Wow.
wild, yeah.
What was his reaction to when like?
He was pretty disappointed. Free tag doesn't really like tennis that much. Honestly, I think he just does it just because he's done the past 2 years or 3 now, I guess.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think he likes tennis that much, but
I think I have a preference towards tennis.
I do as well.
be
I would
honest.
have to say.
Because I can feel myself improving in tennis.
I don't know. Well, it's different with Dave, but I enjoyed it more with Karen because we actually did something instead of 2 and 16.
Yeah.
Whatever we were.
Yeah.
That's
We're also up against like small kids though.
That's true.
Like you had Bennett Crandall who just towered over everyone.
Yeah, that's also true.
Like there was this one time when all the kids were like shorter than me.
Really?
Yeah, it was in 8th grade or something.
That's wild.
Except it was actually the first team that scored the first goal against us.
Really?
We were down 0-1 to this like shorter than me team.
Bro,
At half.
Oh my
I think I
God.
remember because that was in Lincoln, right?
Yeah, it was in Lincoln.
And Max was still the goalie then, and Craig put me as striker. Do you remember that?
I think I do. Yeah.
Because I came back and Karen was like, "Yo, you should probably be playing goalie." And I was like, "Well, Craig thinks I have a good shot."
I forgot about that in the Max Meyer goalie era.
So
That was
did I.
another like competition. You
That
two had.
was yeah.
I was really wondering who was gonna come out on top.
I wasn't.
There is a very like long and like tight rivalry between you and Max. I'm just now realizing.
Yeah.
Would you? Okay, I hear like there are some rivalries where it's more like one-sided than others. You know what I mean? Where one person will be like, "Oh yeah, it's always a top. Like we're always neck on neck. Where our skill level is about the same," and then the other person's like, "Wait, we're rivals." Is that how it is for you, or do you actually believe there is a rivalry between you two?
I don't know. To be honest, at first I was just like, because people would be like, "You guys are rivals," and I'd be like, "Nah, like I don't really think so." But I feel like people have hyped it up enough now that like, if I think about it, I'm like, well, yeah, there might be one.
Yeah,
but
you guys have always done the same sports.
That's well, yeah, that's pretty much true.
Except winter.
Yeah,
basketball, right?
Well, he used to do basketball.
Yeah,
in
you
middle
guys.
School,
Yeah,
but
both of you used to do
What
basketball.
did Max doing basketball?
Max was B team. He was not
Yeah,
bad.
he was pretty decent.
He was C and B team. And then,
He did hit a single three.
Yeah,
And then he
hit
went
one.
like this.
Like this. And he stayed down some like sped. Like the kid was literally sped. I swear. He stayed him down. He was like,
I want that clip.
so,
Oh my god.
yeah, back in middle school, I think Bryce Milky. I think it was Bryce Milky hit a game winner.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I used to be friends with him at that time, and he would always flex.
Yeah, he did hit a game winner.
But he was only in C team, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was a C team game winner. So I
Mhm.
mean, like,
He always
it was
flexed.
a game winner. But
Yeah, he flexed how he was like had like 20 points, while everyone else was so trash.
20 points.
No. I don't really. It's just in case he like might see it. I don't want to.
Uh-oh.
No.
Oh my.
I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying he definitely didn't have 20 points a game.
Yeah.
No way. If
Well,
you're,
I think it was
any
in
middle-
total.
if-
I think it was
I
in
was gonna
total.
say, 'cause
Oh, okay.
If any middle schooler.
no,
dropped
yeah,
a 20
you're
game,
you're like on Bronny James
yeah,
level.
he
Here.
literally
20
LeBron
points
James
per
son, if he
game.
dropped his 20
I
game.
remember there's like this 8th grader named like Jazair, and he's like Shaq built.
You're right.
Oh, yeah, he's like huge.
Yeah,
he played
he's
on Bronny's
gigantic.
team, right?
I think so. Yeah.
What's that Snapchat story? That you talked about?
Overtime.
Overtime. I saw one where this white giant fat kid named Big Country.
Yeah.
Was just like, you see that? It's just a white kid. Like there's all these tall like black people, and he's just like he's just throwing in layups, and like his body is just like going all over the place.
Was
But
it in high school?
It's high school, yeah.
Wow.
But he's like
He's
some
balling.
colleges were
He's balling.
look at him, yeah.
He low-key had some jelly.
Oh my god.
He's part of the jelly fam.
I'm also told that on that Snapchat story you could see Bryce Milky middle school shooting 20 points a game.
Yeah.
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 Bryce
Yeah, I've
Milky
also
is a
heard.
legit
I've
bucket.
also He's up next.
Playing for Nebraska Supreme.
God.
I'll be honest, I just can't take that Snapchat story seriously because they got all those like really shitty edits. And
Yeah.
it's like,
That's kind of the
And-
charm of it.
and
I
it-
guess,
I like
but it's
it.
like whoa.
and the text is always like, Blake is a legit bucket.
Yeah.
He's got the jelly.
I feel like sometimes like these rich kids can like pay for them.
Oh,
Like, hey, yeah,
absolutely. For sure.
make me look like a good baller.
Uh-huh.
I'm actually I play JV, but don't mention
you
that.
go to team practice. They're like chugging shots out from behind them.
That that pissed me off if I was like a Bennett Crandall or Jace Peathon level, and then like some like bench player who doesn't even play gets like a Snapchat highlight,
Yeah.
and they have to be
yeah.
the greatest.
Yeah.
Like Bryce Milky. What throwing shots at Bryce Milky?
What
Kind of.
C Squad? Remember that?
Oh my god.
I mean, I guess I wasn't really a part of it, so I
Yeah.
shouldn't be telling you remember that, but
Back
that's
in-
worth that. That's worth it.
That
was
was
Connor?
What was it? Free tag wasn't it? Wasn't he?
Free tag.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were in it or not.
I don't think
He
it
was not.
No.
It was free tag.
Free tag.
Bryce Hausman.
Bryce Milky.
Bryce
Right.
Milky.
Yeah.
And me.
Walker.
And Walker Peterson.
Walker.
Yeah.
We need that cast over here. Oh
It
my
was-
god.
I hated it. I would hate to go to everyone.
Really?
Yeah, because I was much more introverted then.
You just got like dragged along.
Yeah.
How did you
And,
get in
and
there?
I just like got clowned on every time. But I was like too like socially stupid to get at the time. So they just clown. I was at Austin Weitzman.
Oh.
Yeah. So they just clowned
That's
on
too
me.
bad.
But I mean, everything's good now, so.
How did you get in C Squad?
I don't know. I got friends with Bryce Milky and Walker somehow, and then somehow Connor Freitag and Bryce Hausman got into the mix. I will say Bryce Hausman was like the forgettable C Squad member.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember hearing about
'Cause
Bryce Hausman, but
he was in for like a few weeks and then he dipped.
yeah, he was. Sorry, Ron texted me saying, "No, I gotta."
Oh, Rhonda.
Oh no,
How's it like
Rhonda.
living with Rhonda?
You know, figuring Rhonda doesn't know how to use YouTube. It sucks. But I mean, it could be worse, right?
Hmm
It's just not much you can do, you know.
She's pretty much a dictator.
Like let's say I brought this water bottle up in my room, I might get shot for it.
What?
Why?
I might be shot on sight because I can't have food or drink in my room because there's like mice
What?
or
Are you
spiders
serious?
or
Oh
some
my
shit.
God.
Yeah.
What? That's bad. I don't think I've
Didn't even
heard.
have like video games or anything in my room till last year.
I remember like we would play Fortnite and you'd be in the garage and be like, "Hey Ty."
Yeah, it was like 4 a.m.
4 a.m. like, "Hey, Ty, wait, is that Rhonda? Oh, we're good. One more round. I think that was sophomore
Those
year.
were the days. What did we? It was like we had some code name for it because I'd be playing in the garage during the day. It was
Doyle
like,
Project or something.
It was like Doyle,
Oh
Romeo,
my
and Juliet.
God.
or
Romeo
some shit
Juliet.
like that,
yeah.
God, those were the days.
Oh my! One of my favorite Connor Kelley stories is the ship in the bottle.
Oh yes. I can't believe you pulled that off.
She gave it back to me this year.
The only reason like you were found out was because of Suitor.
Yeah,
Right,
because I was like, she was like, "Can I show teachers?" And I was just like, "Sure," like not thinking she was gonna do it. And she showed fucking everybody.
Wow.
Like she showed Suitor and Lowenstein, and I walked into Suitor's office because he was gonna congratulate me, but I didn't know that. And I walked in, and Lowenstein was sitting there. I was like, "Fuck, dude."
Oh, no.
And I was like, sat down. And he's like, "So how'd you make it?" But you know how like Suitor like always sounds like he wants to like
Yeah.
shove his foot up your rectum.
hmm
So I'm just sitting there. And he's like, "So how'd you make it?" And I was like, I didn't make it." He goes from like kind of being happy to like genuinely like, "What the fuck, man?"
Oh no.
He was like, "Well, this was gonna be a praise talk, but now I'm just like disappointed in your decision."
Oh,
And then he made me apologize. And Glenn and like through two other teachers, like Doyle Workman was in there. We're just sitting there,
That's
and then
awkward.
I had to apologize. And then I remember I was like a freshman still, and I went to go into a basketball game, and a Workman was like sitting outside for leadership, and she said something about like how I didn't do my own work, and I don't remember what it was, but I was like turning in like a paper like for the airplane contest, and she was like, "You did your own work this time, didn't you?" And I was like, "Oh,
Oh, every teacher
Oh.
knows for sure now.
I don't." Yeah, they probably forgot by now, because now Doyle Workman like loves me and everything. Like she
Yeah. Just like a freshman thing, I guess.
maybe, but I mean, I feel like all freshmen have that one stupid.
Yeah.
That
for
wasn't even
sure.
stupid. That was legendary.
It was
I
funny.
really fucking.
Seeing you present that in front of like the class and trying to like explain that you made it was just like hilarious.
And she was like, everybody was
bought it,
laughing.
yeah.
Really, dude, that's why I thought I was like, there's no way she thinks I made this. Whole class was dying. Because I'm up here and she's like, what is that? And I go, oh, fucking grass. She goes, how do you make it? And I go, oh, I just cut the fucking bottle in half and then put it back together. And she's like, wow. And I'm like, yeah, I used fucking needles to stick the bottle in, or the ship in there, and I built it. And she goes, no way. And I go, the water's paint.
Oh
She
my
goes,
gosh.
incredible.
And the whole class was
Yeah,
laughing.
yeah. One time,
Oh,
like,
no,
I
yeah.
stalled because I just gave him like 15 random things, and she's like, "What's this?" And it was like dirt, but I didn't know if I should like actually say dirt since I already said grass. And I was like thinking, and somebody shouts an answer, and I use that answer. They were like, "Say it's clay." And I was like, "It's clay."
You had the homies helping you out, man.
Yeah, and she was like, "Wow, that is just crazy." She was like, and then I remember she was like. Because everybody's laughing, and she goes, "Are you sure your mom doesn't want this back?"
Oh, yeah, I
And
remember
the whole
that!
like silent. And I
Oh.
was like,
I was
so
chuckling.
Do you just say like, nah?
I was like, well, Hunter was like, after class, he was like, "Dude, you should have just like roasted her." And I was like, no, because she already thinks the bottle is real. So. No, but I thought about pulling that card to Suitor when he was like, "You have to apologize." I was like, she fucking made fun of my mom. But
You could got her fired.
I probably could have. But she's also like 80. She needs something in
She's
her life.
only
Mhm.
60.
No way. No, because one time we were sitting in class. Ty,
She's
remember
in
that?
her 60s.
Ty,
I
remember we were
promise.
sitting there and she goes, "No, you guys, I don't know what I do," and she was like talking about like suicide and shit.
What?
Do you remember
Really?
that?
I don't
Yeah,
remember.
She like dropped it hard, like she was gonna kill herself.
Oh my god.
She was like, she said something about drinking or like I don't know. It was something.
I think I
close
do remember
or
that.
something weird, and she was like, I'm so alone without you guys or something like that. Remember? Because it was like
Aw.
school break, and everybody just like didn't know what to say. We were just like.
Yeah, when your
What-
teacher gets depressed.
What can a group of freshmen say to console your English teacher?
I know, it's like
We're just there.
Yeah,
We're trying to figure our own lives
fucking,
out.
We're fucking reading Romeo and Juliet. We already hate you right now. You're making us act this shit out. Like,
And then you spout out, I would kill myself if I
no,
wasn't
I
with you
dead
guys.
ass think she was like that blunt about it. I literally think she went. If it wasn't for like having students or something, she'd kill herself. She was like, I'd probably kill myself. And we were like, should we like report this or?
Oh my god.
She probably like retracted her statement after the ship and the bottle thing. And was
We
like, oh
did-
god, I hate these kids now.
To be fair, how do you make a ship in a bottle? Because I've always.
No, I have no
I've
idea.
always
When
thought
I
about it.
said
How
I
do you
cut it in
make it?
half because I noticed because I looked at the thing and it had like a seal on it.
Yeah.
So that's why
I
I,
think,
said I
yeah.
cut it in half.
I
So I think you cut something. But for her to believe my 9th grade self
Had the ability.
How the fuck did I cut it in half without it bending? First of all. Second of all, how did I put it back together without anything but this little tiny seam? Like, oh my god.
Yeah, I'm a glass maker. That's
I
just,
go,
that's
I
my
go,
hobby.
I go, yeah, I'm a side hustler and I make antiques on the side.
My mom is
Yeah.
an antique collector. My dad's really good with glass.
Yeah.
That's an obscure job on its own.
Yeah,
Like
a
glass
ship-
worker?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I feel like
like-
you low-key make... Well, Nick's
could.
dad used to do it. Well, you probably don't know that. You might. But he used to make, like, marbles and stuff.
Yeah, I do know
Really?
that.
Yeah, because he did... it was, like, Homestead Days or something. I don't
Uh-huh.
remember. It was something weird where, like, kids could see it.
What does his
Pretty dope.
stepdad do? Because I know he owns like a plane.
His stepdad? He's
Yeah.
His stepdad?
Yes,
Wait, who are we talking?
Nick Witolski?
Yeah,
He's
doesn't.
his stepdad? He
Isn't
might.
that his
I
stepdad?
just dead ass might
Yeah.
not know.
When we
he's
go
never
over-
he's never talked about it with me. I've only known that he has a stepmom.
Yeah, I know he's
Oh,
his
I don't know,
stepmom.
but his like dad, like he owns
Like-
that plane and then like all that land.
His
you know?
dad is low-key rich.
He's pretty rich.
Mm-hmm.
So it might be his dad. I don't know.
And then his stepmom, she makes soap.
Yeah, oh yeah. I thought
Yeah.
it was
I mean,
candles.
it's kind of a humble life.
It is a
though.
nice life. Yeah,
She makes...
I always
Dude,
joke.
their house always weirds me out because it's like a shed.
It does look like
Yeah.
a major big shed.
I mean, it's dope.
Yeah, it's nice
the pool's
inside.
nice, but the pool's nice. Oh,
And then there's just like the man cave. Like there's literally just a shed, just made for the boys. That's
Have you ever
decked out
been
with,
in
like,
It's nice.
so there's like a separate shed for like the
Yeah.
like the kids
Mhm.
and everything.
There's like a, like it's decked out with Harley Davidson,
Really?
like, yeah, memorabilia. The whole thing's like motorcycle theme, and then you go into the bathroom and it just like rows of soap, and
Mhm.
I make the joke all the time, hey, go in there and eat the soap, I dare you, because then you'd just be ruining his mom's like business.
Oh yeah, I always forget she makes soap. Cause remember at the fair there was like there's different booths, and there's just like soap here, and I was just like I was no idea what was going on as a kid. I was like, what the
That's a weird place to sell soap at the fair.
at the fair?
That's a dirty ass.
I mean maybe
grimy
because
place.
you never know like who gets dared to like eat horse shit.
I just
Because I no somebody got dared like this summer. I don't remember who, or maybe it was Touch It. I don't think they did it. But somebody
No
had to like
way,
smush.
no way.
No, I swear to God. And I was with
you
them,
get
like,
like
I
sick.
don't remember who it was, but they just smushed horse shit. And as soon as they did, I about threw up, dude. Like just the thought, like
oh
you
my
know,
god.
like
The
how
mush.
could have been like a warm, hot like oatmeal, but it was shit.
That's a great description of shit.
Thanks. I on the spot.
I forgot to mention, but basketball. I played with you at Lewiston. I forgot about that. What year was that?
Oh, I think it was hoops or something for 8th grade year
Oh my
Oh,
god.
or 7th grade year maybe.
so did you still play like Beatrice ball, or did you just like?
Oh, I didn't play Beatrice hoops because I didn't have to pay to play for Lewiston. I was gonna have to pay to play
Oh,
for
right.
Beatrice. So then I just played with Lewiston, and I remember like a couple of them, and then there was like a real fucking small dude, Jacob.
Jacob Condit.
Yeah.
I remember him. He was like
Yeah.
literally like 4 foot,
Yeah.
shorter than most girls.
you watch these?
No way. He's
No, I think he requested to follow me on like Facebook or something a little bit.
he's
ago.
following me on something. I
It was
remember.
weird, but
yeah,
God, that kid was
I think he's now into like drugs and shit now.
I always felt bad for him. Like he
Me
was
too.
ass at basketball, but I just felt bad for him because like
Well, not only that, but like his family's just like
his
bad.
family's just not good. And he was like a good kid. He was a good kid. Like he was nice and everything. And I mean, like he was bad at basketball, but like I always felt bad, and I always passed him the ball because I felt like nobody passed him.
Oh no.
So
What was that? Do you remember the starting lineup for that?
it was Wyatt Curry.
Wyatt,
whatever his name is.
I've talked about Wyatt.
Wyatt,
so.
John.
Jonathan Jansen.
Yeah.
John
John
Jansen. You know
Jansen.
John Jansen?
Just because he's talked about it.
Oh my! Do you still
Hayden.
talk to John?
I talked to him like not face to face, but I saw Matthew Barker, whatever his name is, at the Y.
I've seen him there
I
a
was
couple
playing
times.
basketball with him. That kid can shoot. Like
Is he
now,
good?
dude. He could like pull up from like half court with 3 people on him and nothing but net. That kid is
No.
that kid is a
What?
straight bucket. Swear to God, that kid probably has 95% of their points at Lewiston.
Really.
I was 1v1ing him, and he's not like super athletic, but
no,
like,
he's like
he's got
yeah.
like skills. Like he knows
Mhm.
like because I have long arms and I can usually block people from behind, but he knows like how to like avoid it, which is weird because
That's-
you know Lewiston is
no, like there's no like you're not being trained
No.
for that.
no.
He was always like
He goes in like
secretly into
yeah.
like you remember Hayden Kristen, right?
Yeah,
Like he would be like he
yeah.
was like like a show off basketball fan with the Boston Celtics,
Yeah,
stuff and
he was a
watching nothing
Celtics
but
fan.
Boston
I
Celtics.
forgot about that.
But like Matthew Barker was secretly like
and he liked Kyrie, but he
Yeah,
never
he
he
liked
didn't like
Kyrie.
flex it necessarily.
no, he was like he always kept his love for basketball low key and he just played.
Yeah, he's good now.
He's good.
What a
He
legend.
goes in like every, because he'd be like, "Yo, you coming in today?" I was like, "Nah, dude, I have soccer." And it'd be like 8:00, and I'm like, "The Y's closing in like 30 minutes, dude." I don't know, but yeah, he's a walking bucket.
Who won the last 1v1 match?
The last 1v1?
Yeah.
I think it was me. Well, I don't know. I think it was me. Maybe it might have been him.
Shit. So
I
he's
don't
like,
remember, but he's not bad.
so anyway, John, what happened with John?
Oh. I
'Cause
don't
I
know.
haven't
He just Snapchats me out of nowhere sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't spoke with John in probably since the last time or when I transferred to Beatrice.
Yeah,
That
like
was the
last time I
time.
face-to-face talked with John was probably basketball.
Yeah, 8th grade
He's
year. for
buff
me.
now, isn't he?
He's
Like, well, not
I've
buff, but
heard
like
he's like big now.
He's got
I'm
beard.
bigger. He does have a beard.
I think
I haven't
so.
seen it recently. I haven't seen a picture of him, but
He always wanted to grow a beard. I remember that about John Jansen. And get girls. That was his
Mhm.
2 big things. What does he say?
I don't know.
Like just like
He was just like he still calls me buddy, and I don't know why, but like I'm like dude.
I hate Buddy.
Yeah.
Buddy's
pal,
disrespectful.
Buddy pal.
It's like when you're playing
friend.
basketball and you just have to say like let him shoot. Like that's just so disrespectful.
Uh-huh.
Like don't worry about him. That's
Some people like they don't see it as disrespectful when I get it, but like when you just get called kid or bud or pal by
yeah.
someone like
Like,
especially
kid
your
is the
own
worst.
age, that's the worst.
like the guy's soccer coach. What is his name? Brian Hines.
The
He-
girls?
Yeah.
Brian.
Yeah. He always calls Dave Bud, or I think it's like Bud or something like, and Dave's like, I fucking hate that dude.
Oh my
I swear
God.
He said that.
That's just one way to have a bad impression.
Uh-huh.
I feel like if you're within the same range, don't say Bud.
Bud,
Like
right.
Max says Bud.
Yeah,
Yes, he
And
yeah,
does.
okay,
that-
bud.
Okay, I'm not trying to be mean, but that's one thing that always just pissed me off is when he said Bud or okay Bud. I'm like,
Those are like I don't know why. It's unreasonable to get pissed off at it, but I
but
do.
it makes you
just
so
something
mad.
about it. Yeah.
It just makes you so mad.
So that pisses you off, friend.
Friend is better than Bud.
Yeah.
Pal. Kid.
Kid is like inherent. Like that's when
No,
you
yeah.
know they're trying to start.
Try to
being-
patronize
at
you.
least with
They call you
Bud,
kid.
it's like
It's like
it secretly pisses you off, but you can't be like, "Don't call me Bud,"
yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you say don't call me Bud, people are like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Why? But if you say kid, like
kid is like,
I'm hopping.
they're
into-
trying.
I know,
Especially
I'm hopping
if they're
into
like-
and beat your ass,
I had
like-
someone like a senior call me a kid. I'm like, dude, you're literally 1 year old.
Yeah, dude. No, I will never remember. I was in the lunch line, and I was a freshman, and Naomi Keene was a sophomore.
oh,
And she goes,
gosh.
and she cuts me, and I go, you can't cut me, bro. Like, she goes, seniority, and I go, seniority my fucking ass, and I
Oh
shoved
my
it behind me. I
God.
was so
Oh my
mad, dude.
God.
I was pissed. I was like, you're literally a year older than I
I remember in the lunch line freshman year, you taught me like the secret way, the
Oh,
strap,
yeah.
and I used that ever since. But then like sophomore year, I don't know, I tried to be respectful and be like, oh yeah, I'll just wait, I can wait.
Yeah.
And then junior year, I was just bluntly an asshole in line. You can attest to this, right?
Yes. Your bitch ass like looks over and there's a slide to the left.
I remember I saw these group of freshmen and sophomores, and I'm like, oh hey Roel, and I just cut in front of like even Roel, and I get
I was
my food.
Because I was waiting there for like 3 minutes.
I do have to say, freshman year is like where you're like low key an asshole, but you're like trying to hide it like in the lunch line and stuff. Sophomore year is when you're like, oh, that's alright, like you just gotta let them go.
Yeah, respect.
Like respect, like because you feel like I hated it when people would cut me when I was a freshman, but I also don't want to cut the older kids because they deserve it. And then junior, like I don't give a fuck. I'm hungry. I'm eating right now.
you have only one group of people that stand in your way, and that's the seniors.
And the seniors, yeah. I'll be honest, next year, I'm not going to pull the seniority card a lot, because, like,
no.
I hate it when people, and it's, especially when it's, like, the stupidest shit, like, who can wash their hands first or something, like, so little, and seniors would be like, seniority,
I would never just bluntly say seniority. I would just, like, cut.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and if they asked about it, I'd been like,
sorry, didn't see you.
Yeah.
What can you do? What do you do? Beat my ass?
and
They just slide their trays against their face.
I've never had anyone like try to start a fight with me over cutting them in line.
Bro, you know what's crazy? Is freshman year there was so many fights and there's not been a single one since.
I think it was the seniors
no.
back then, dude.
I think
They were
it
the
was.
bosses.
There was kind of a
Juan
cat
Hernandez
fight.
Fought somebody. There was a cat.
There was
fight.
a cat fight this
about
year.
that.
Yeah, I do remember that.
There were,
like a week old cat fight.
well, yeah, I mean, it was just like hair pulling and
That's kind of true. Yeah. Who was it?
It was Emma.
I think it was Emma Breland and
yeah.
I want to say like Selena Rodriguez. But
No,
that's
I don't
not
think
what I
so.
heard.
No, it wasn't.
It was
like
underclassmen,
kind
I
of
think.
scummy people.
Oh,
Was it?
it was like Gabby
Edna
Douglas.
Martinez?
Gabby
Yeah,
Douglas.
yeah,
I thought it was
yeah.
Gabby Douglas or
No.
It
Oh.
was. Her last name's not Douglas. It's-
Gabby Evans.
Evans.
Yes!
Yeah. What was with that? Because I remember like
I have no
she was
idea.
supposedly getting bullied because she was in a relationship or like clapping
Yeah,
this.
I
I don't know. Whatever.
It was-
And then like she was getting made fun of it, and then whatever. She got like beat up during like lunch. Like I mean, she was just like sneak attack.
Yeah, the video like they come up from behind.
Yeah.
And randomly push her over.
Yeah, that was not a fair fight.
Yeah,
No,
and then
no.
by the time she's like on the ground,
And it was like
realizing what's gonna
3v1.
happen, they're all just like,
It was like 3v1. Yeah, that was.
I hate.
She goes to alternative school now.
She does.
oh.
Well, does Emma?
Probably.
I don't
yeah.
know where
She's
Emma
just-
goes.
I think she's just in jail.
she's gone. She will be in jail at some point
I
for
mean,
sure,
What can you do?
or dead on
Yeah,
the
I'm pretty.
streets.
It's kind of like sad that there's not enough programs that help out with that. I mean, you send them to like.
I know, but there's only like so much you can do.
Yeah.
There's really only so much you can
have
do.
to
but-
you have to help them when they're still young and not
That's
in high
true.
school.
That's true.
By
Because
the
once you're in high school, they're gonna realize their mistakes when they're like fucking 50. Really.
When they're in jail.
When they have fucking face tats, they're gonna be like, shit.
What am
fucked
I
up.
I
doing?
fucked up.
But that's when some of them become like counselors, and they help out kids.
Dude, I always wondered how Tracy Post became a counselor. Cause like nothing against the guy, but his son is a wild guy.
Really?
I haven't heard.
Kendall.
Yeah.
Whew.
Kendall Post.
Kendall Post is a wild fella.
What has
Let
he
me
done?
tell you. Okay, so I went to Free Tag's mom's wedding this summer,
Here we go.
and one thing is he passed out on a motel sign, or under it or something, like just fell asleep for fun. I don't know. He was obviously drinking, but that was one thing. Another thing is he looks at my socks. I have a video of it. Maybe I can pull it up. But he looks at my socks and goes, "You want to trade socks real quick?" And this dude's like 6'8", like 6'7", 6'8".
I've never heard of anyone wanting to trade socks.
He was
Socks?
gone. He was. Oh gosh.
What's this video of him like just saying?
I have a video of him saying that, and then he talks. Oh Jesus, they were all drunk though. So like, so here's if it loads. You can kind of see him.
You want to trade
You wanna
socks?
trade socks, bro?
What socks were you wearing?
Just like the ones I'm wearing now.
9, 8. We know his dog's name is.
He looks high.
He might be dry. I don't know. He's drunk as fuck though.
Did you know that? I only got 9. Did you know his Okay, ready? 10, 9, 8. Bust his ass. 7, 6. Know his name. His dog's name is Pumpkin. Just like a pumpkin.
What is going
I don't
on?
know.
Like,
I don't
what
know,
the-
dude. But like, and then we showed up because we went to the. Jeez. Okay, so it's just a bunch of another. Just a lot more bullshit. But so we went to the fair and we came back and I've like never talked to him in my life. Probably the first time I've ever like I played basketball against him, but that's all. He starts dragging me everywhere, talking to everybody, and he's like wasted. So I had to talk to like Mr. Post and
Oh my
everybody.
gosh.
It was awkward, bro.
How old is he?
He's like, he's legal now. Probably wasn't legal back then, but
I think he graduated 3 years ago.
yeah. And I'm like 15, and Tracy was like, "So who's driving you home?" Or like, "Who's driving you to the hotel?" And he goes, "He is," and I'm 15. I go, but I couldn't just be like, no. That's my fucking
Yeah,
school
it was a counselor.
And he's the NHS person, so I'm like, I gotta stay on his good side, right? Because I was
Uh-huh.
in the NHS yet, so like, I was just like, yeah, I guess, and I ended up driving him.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That was a wild night.
Jesus.
Saw a woman, had a girl. Till it was probably in the room till like 4. But we were because I had to drive to Fairbury because Murph couldn't drive, which Anyways, so I was driving. I'm 15 at the time. It's like 2 in the morning, like 12. So like double jeopardy. And Murph's taking a video and he's like, it's like singing a song, and he goes back to Joe, and you can just see Joe like reaching into her shirt and grabbing
What
her.
the
Oh,
fuck?
what the fuck?
And Murph goes, "Oh, what the fuck?" I might have it. Hold on.
Holy
Oh my
shit.
god. Wait, this was Joe's girl?
It's not like it's not like straight up like you can see it, but it's like you can see what he's doing. If that makes sense. Fuck, I might not have it.
Who's this girl?
Shelby Mars. It's right here.
Oh.
She's from Syracuse or
Oh.
He just wanted to take a video of the boys.
Yeah, and you can see fucking look at him.
Oh,
no.
he looks like a creep. He looks like an
something. Oh
absolute
my god.
creep.
I love that reaction.
Oh,
Oh,
what?
fuck.
Yeah, let me just record my boys. I bet.
Oh.
Oh my god. Why you gotta do that, Joe? Like, come on.
I don't know, dog. Oh, Summer House.
What happened with those two?
Oh, she was crazy.
Was
I
she a
could tell.
psycho?
I-
She's
she
so
was
crazy.
like-
I low-key could tell.
She, well, so was Joe's Summer House too. Joe's Joe. I'm just gonna
Joe's
say
always
that.
been
Yeah.
Joe. Like, even at
Yeah.
St. Paul.
Yeah, he's
Everyone
Joe.
knew Joe just as
Wasn't
Joe.
he autistic in elementary school?
From my experience, I don't remember that word ever get thrown for him. We just remember Joe's like kind of crazy.
That's what I heard, at least.
Yeah. From who?
I don't remember who. I
Well,
just
He had one of those.
stressed.
I'm not,
He had
well, he probably had one of those, but you know, like those like weird ass seats with like the. You know what I'm talking about? They're like rubber.
Yeah, I
They
do
have, like,
remember
the- they
that.
have, like, the
You have to
fucking
put on the
shits
school.
on them,
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
And he was the only one with it. We were like, Joe,
We-
why the fuck do you have this? Like, we
I didn't question it. I just accepted it.
Yeah.
I asked my
Because
mom.
Cody Tolan had one, and then we connected the
Yeah, yeah.
Cody
I
Tolan
do
had
remember
one, and
that.
We were like,
Oh.
oh. And then Lauren Moon always had to chew gum, cause she was
Really?
like spitting her own in it too.
I think ADHD
No offense,
is the
Lauren.
correct
Sorry.
term.
Does Lauren, I feel like Lauren probably watches these.
No, I
No,
doubt it.
No,
Well,
she's
if
I
you
not-
saw
want-
her. I saw her on a razor scooter, just riding around
What
the
the
neighborhood
frick?
the other day.
Well, hey man.
Well, she had blue hair, and now it's just like this short.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I saw her
we
at
saw
the
her at
I'm
Wildfire
not trying to
concert.
be rude, but like, isn't she like a guy now or something?
I don't know. I really
think
don't
she's
know.
bi, but I couldn't tell you.
Yo, remember Sam Studley, dude?
What I saw him. We saw him at visiting the school, and then nothing came about that. Remember that?
Yeah, he did. He did visit our school. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and nothing happened with that.
Yeah, what? Was that last year or 2 years? I think it was last year.
I think it was nearing the end of
Because
sophomore
me and
year.
you were taking we were doing a chem lab, right? We're doing our
I think
lab or something?
we were either doing that or like getting our papers signed for, signing out of school.
It was one of the two.
Yeah.
And then we were like,
We just saw his
outside,
family.
and we were just like, yeah, we saw his family.
They recognized us somehow.
Yeah,
I didn't know
like,
how.
they were like, hi, and I was like, hi.
I had no idea who they were until you told
and
me.
then
Yeah.
and then I started thinking about it. And I was like, oh, okay. Because I usually I couldn't tell who
Super
the
tall.
girls were. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Sam was with them, and he was.
Mm-hmm.
Did he have blonde hair at that
He
point?
had like some dyed hair. If I remember right.
Because his hair. So I went to Ashton Sandler's graduation, and he was there because they're family friends and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he was there, and he had blonde hair at that point.
Oh yeah.
And then now.
What does he even do? Is he like homeschooled still or?
No, I think he goes to a high school. Well, I don't know. I think he
That's
goes
the
to high
big-
school, but I'm not sure.
Him and Tristan Jenkins are the biggest like question marks in my life.
Tristan,
Right now.
yeah, 'cause
Remember?
remember he had that birthday party.
Yep.
And it was like the Pokemon themed one.
Yeah.
And then
Tristan and I were tight.
he just like disappeared in like
Well,
first grade or something like
what
that.
happened with me was that he lived in Omaha and his dad like got a job there because he was like a railroad engineer, and he came over to spend like a week over at my house, and it was pretty baller. And then after that was the last I ever heard of him. Like I can't even find him on Facebook, Instagram, social
dude,
media.
I know.
He's
I tried looking him up before. He's gone.
And we have his phone number, but I'm pretty sure like now if you call it, it's a different like family.
Yeah.
So they're somewhere.
They're low key like fucking. They're like FBI. Like they're like
That'd be
CIA.
crazy.
They're like shield. Like well, not actually shield, but something like it. That'd be
Mhm.
crazy.
I
I
mean,
don't know what I'd do. I'd probably like. Well, I mean, there's nothing I could do.
Stop them.
Oh, stop them.
Stop me.
to just go off the grid like that.
That's kind of low key cash money, unless they were in some shady business, and that's the real reason.
Maybe he's a hitman now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe or he's like his dad was like a drug trafficker or something. They had to just move because cops.
They were
Now
wealthy.
they're all just like dead.
I'm
Were
pretty
they
sure they were
wealthy?
kind of wealthy. Yeah.
I think I don't remember, but they had a tree, like a big tree house, didn't they? Because for some reason I remember it was like a
Maybe.
hide and seek Pokemon thing.
They had like, the Sam Stelly with his big ass TV. He kind of had like a nice, not like that, but it was a big
it was
basement.
like a
It had
projector?
nice yeah, it was pretty nice.
God damn, Sam thought he was. That kid was rich.
He was hella rich. I loved his
His house was
Mm.
so nice. Me and Sam used to be like best friends in 4th grade, and I went to his house probably every week. And I remember he had some that was like, well, he had a projector which nobody else had, but I was thinking there was something else. Can't remember it though.
Sam for me was like kind of like that rich kid lifestyle from like TV you'd watch, and then that was like the closest thing for me, really.
Yeah, that is true. Gosh, dude, somebody told me he does like drugs and shit now.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I haven't heard from those two like since elementary.
Yeah, it's been a long
And they're-
time. And then there was remember Faith and Rachel died.
Faith and yeah. Mhm.
I tried because somebody followed me and it was like I don't know, it was a while back, but it was Die or Faith Die or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like,
That was their last name. Yeah.
I
Because
was
we'd
like-
make memes
I
about
know,
it.
I was thinking, yeah, because we'd be like, Die, ha.
Yeah. Faith, you're gonna die. They
Rachel.
hate it. Yeah.
Bro, Rachel was weird. I just remember
They were
Rachel
both
was
weird,
one
if I
weird
remember.
girl. She would always try to like hold my hand, and we were like in like 3rd grade. That like 3rd and 4th grade is when both boy and girl think each other's disgusting.
Mm-hmm. Cooties.
Yeah, but she was doing that, so that's what always messed with me. I was like, oh no, she's crazy. Like, oh. And then we had her name was like Marin or something. Do you remember that? It was like Marin somebody, and she was like,
I don't.
she came back for like a week or two in like 5th grade, or no, like 4th or 3rd grade, and then left again. It was the weirdest
I
thing.
don't remember Marin.
I'll have to bust out the yearbook when I get home.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, I gotta look through mine again.
Cause kindergarten we had like 23 kids. We had a huge.
Yeah, and then we
kindergarten
like
class.
dropped a
yeah,
lot.
like How many did we have in 5th grade? Like 11?
I don't remember.
It was like 11 or 12.
I will say, hands down, 4th grade was the best year.
4th grade was that was a lot. 5th grade wasn't too bad, but
yeah.
it was like kind of sad, I guess.
It was sad. We were
like,
figuring stuff out.
because we realized that it was our last year.
Right. We kind of realized that we aren't kids forever.
Yeah.
At that point.
Like 5th grade. Yeah, I'd have to say 5th grade is kind of when we realized like
pretty bittersweet.
we're kind of growing up.
I think I'm hitting.
hard.
I think I'm gonna be hitting that point again. Like I didn't do that in middle school. Like I just thought, high school. Heck yeah.
That's true, dude. I think next, because I mean, think about it. This is probably our senior year right now.
It is pretty much, yeah.
And
High
like
freshman
when
in
somebody
college.
somebody
Whitney's
told me
gonna be in college.
when somebody told me that, I was like, damn, dude. Like that went by quick.
I mean,
It really feels like just, and you know what's weird is it feels like to me it feels like middle school never happened. It was just a story.
middle
Low
school
key,
was
yeah.
forgettable.
Because you literally, I remember like so much from elementary school, but I don't remember shit from middle school. Like I remember the building, and if I walk in the building, I like remember some stuff. I'll be like, oh yeah, that's there. But that's it. Like I don't have any like. It's because middle school is that awkward stage where like you have friends, but you don't hang out with them. You still stay at home.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, I never like really. Well, especially in Lewiston, because it's like all my
Yeah.
friends lived in the country.
Yeah.
I barely hung out with any of them.
Yeah. Middle school is just. I think when people say middle school sucks, it's not like the school. I think it's just like the other aspects.
No, there's great teachers.
Because
Those are
like
some of
in
the
middle,
best
yeah,
teachers
because
ever.
like middle school, I thought school was fun. Like, I actually
Uh-huh.
enjoyed the school part, but like, I think it just sucked because you have more friends, or like you realize what friends are more, or something. I don't know, it's weird. Like, but then you couldn't hang out with them because when you're a little kid, you could just be like, hey,
You're just friends with anybody. You can like play
Yeah.
with anybody, but then
yeah.
you actually like have people that you talk to and like have to trust.
Oh, that's also because middle school is when you find out people didn't like you, like some people.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
some people
that's
did.
very true.
And then you were like, shit.
It's like I don't know. For me personally, it was like I gotta get every single person to like me.
Yeah.
And then I realized, like I even kind of carried that in a way in freshman year. Like I gotta get people to like me and respect me. And I didn't understand if you didn't like me or respect me. But now, like as I got, I was like,
And I feel
people
like,
are gonna do what.
I
have
feel
your
like
opinion.
I think it's just a maturity thing. Is once you get older, you're like, well, fuck. If people don't like me,
Right.
there's nothing
That's
I can do
okay.
about it. Like, if they don't like me, I don't like them.
Like I don't need. I like you also realize that not everyone is smart.
That's
Or,
also
like,
true.
yeah.
Because in elementary school, because this always made me wonder is how do like elementary school teachers tell people are good at school? Because my aunt always tells me that Mrs. Carnes told her I was like a god at math, which isn't true. I'm a lower math, but like I always wondered, like, dude, we were literally probably doing like, what's 1 + 1 in kindergarten?
And
Like,
then
how
you'd
do
be
you
like-
how do you tell somebody's like Einstein from that?
You'd be like, 2.
Yeah, I know. It's 2, bitch.
Oh man, Whitney, what elementary school did you go to?
Stoddard.
Stoddard.
Stoddard is the
Stoddard.
best of the public
okay,
schools.
I was bad at
Wasn't Stoddard where all the like
No, that was
Well,
that was
paddock?
Stoddard,
It was
you-
paddock.
What?
Stoddard.
I didn't need to
I
say
do have
anything.
to say
Okay.
Stoddard is Wait, were you gonna say where the? What?
Yeah,
that was
I didn't
paddock.
even need to say it.
Stoddard, I'd have to say the most. I don't want to say intelligent, but complex people went to Stoddard.
That means you're
Stoddard
Complex
complex.
Lincoln.
people.
You're very complex. Whitney.
Because Jace P thought Max Meyer, Whitney, didn't Dawson go to Stoddard? He's pretty smart.
Dawson, Addie Barner did. The Fletchers.
Oh.
Bowden.
Hmm.
Bowden Ruskamp did.
Okay.
I always thought Bowden was
He's
cool.
not bad.
Who else did? Zach Zimmerman.
Oh,
Okay, that's
Yeah.
a pretty good cast.
That is a good
And then
pass.
it was there, and then Lincoln was ghetto except for a couple, and same with Cedar. Cause like
No, I'm telling you, Stoddard was the best of the public elementaries. I'm just saying, hands down. And the teachers,
I don't
oh
doubt
my
that.
gosh, the teachers still know me by name. They still like check up on me
Aw.
and everything. Like they literally have the best teachers at Stoddard.
My elementary school was the forgotten one.
St.
Oh,
Joe,
St.
St.
Joe.
Joe, St.
I went
Joe
there
was
for
like
preschool.
St.
St.
Joe was
Joseph's.
like the off-brand St. Paul's.
I mean, some brilliant minds went there though.
That
Stephen
is
Powers.
facts, dude.
Stephen
I'm
Powers.
gonna have to say I think the smartest kids went to St. Joe.
Yeah.
Because Will Reimer, like he's pretty smart.
He's pretty smart. I mean, he kind of
Nick-
hangs out with a bad group.
Yeah, Nick's smart. You're smart. Steven and Brett Powers are both pretty
Mhm.
smart. Who else? You guys had like 4 kids in your class.
Yeah, we had 6.
6, really. So it was you. So I already know 3. Oh, Max Never.
Max
Is that Hannah Nepper's brother? Or
Yes.
what?
Yes.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
you don't want to ever meet that. Oh,
God, that guy.
That kid would argue with. He's like kind of how Cole Miller would argue with Garland and be like, dude, you're wrong.
Oh
my
my God.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
He
But
did do that with Kadarius.
He did.
Yeah.
Oh, that's no, my bad. He didn't do. Well, he did it with Garland like once
Yeah,
in a while, but
yeah.
he did it with Kadarius.
There's
like,
a
all the
whole
time.
lot.
Cause remember there was this one balloon example. I remember it was just some balloon example.
Yeah.
And he would never let it go, and we were like, dude, she's probably right.
Mm-hmm.
She's gone to school for like probably 4 to 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you're probably wrong.
I
I thought
think-
you would just never take no.
I'd hate to give this teacher who, probably hates her job just more shit on her day.
Yeah.
They're already living a mundane, wake up, 8 to 5, go home, grade
I feel like-
papers, sleep.
Yeah, I feel like teaching has to be a pretty.
It's
Unless you're a PE teacher, because if you're a PE teacher, life is
You're
good.
just living the life.
You're living-
that's an OP. That's an OP
Ribble
job.
lives the life. He's
Yeah.
a coach for, the basketball team, and then just, he has rec team sports, and he just chills.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they literally get to wear sweats to
Yeah,
school.
they
and they get
can
paid.
wear whatever they want.
They can play dodgeball if they really
Yeah,
want to,
yeah.
and they get paid the same as this math teacher that's grading papers all the time, teaching calculus, like taking AP
No,
courses.
if I became a teacher, I would definitely. I feel like I could be a PE teacher. I
And,
feel like
dude,
people would
everyone
look at me.
respects you because when you walk onto the dodgeball team that's losing, everyone's takes you so seriously.
Oh, yeah.
Me?
Well,
Who? Oh,
whenever
they
oh,
shoot
I thought you
dodgeball.
were saying to me. I was like, what? But yeah, that is fact. Well, I don't know. If I saw Carver,
Okay.
and I'm not trying to be mean, but Carver is just not very good. Like in basketball, Connor Deal swatted her. in his
Oh,
deal.
shit.
And I
Sweet.
told her that, and she was like, I don't know. She would always just be like, "No, you're talking trash." I'm like, "Dude, Connor Deal blocked you twice."
Does Connor Deal have hops?
No, it's Connor. This is. I'm just not gonna even. He's like a big guy. Like he's decently strong, but
Mhm.
he's not the most quick fellow.
Yeah.
That's alright. She's also a teacher, and she's older. She's past her prime. So
Yeah, maybe when she was in her prime, she was a baller.
maybe she was, because she did play volleyball. I feel like you gotta have Matt House for that, but who knows?
I thought the intramural basketball was a good, we had that cornhole tournament,
That sucks.
It's like, dude, you had the dodgeball tournament and all the hype with that,
Uh-huh.
and then the cornhole. I don't remember anyone getting hyped for cornhole.
Yeah, there wasn't
yeah.
even that was stupid. There was no
Mhm.
dodgeball, and I was like hyped.
Yeah,
That was garbage.
Like we were gonna, cause when we did the dodgeball thing, that was
that was hype.
that was
we
so
went
hyped.
through. We
People-
stole through
That
losers
was
bracket.
we literally, and then we lost again.
Yeah.
But
People came
But
in
we were-
just
we
to
were-
watch that game.
we were hustling, dude. Like
Uh-huh.
I remember we popped off in the losers bracket. I remember we
That
we
was
knocked everybody
insane.
else, and I remember
We beat out Weitzman Club.
we were OP. Yeah, and it was and then we played that one teachers team. Or not teachers, it was like all seniors, and it was like Adam, it was like Caitlin Schaefer, Cameron
Mhm.
Cox, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
uh-huh.
Nick Crandall, I want to say.
Zach
but I'm not
Zimmerman,
sure.
I think.
Zach. We smoked them, dude.
Mhm.
And I remember I hit Caitlin 4 times, and she didn't go out, and I was getting so pissed. And usually I would matter, but I was genuinely Hulk.
That was so fun, dude.
And that's back when Scotty J was still on our team. I miss Scotty.
Kenton
Uh-huh.
too. Oh my
Kenton,
god,
yeah.
he was the team coach.
Eli Mack. No
Eli.
hope.
Yo, Eli, I remember that. I remember me, Eli, and Bryce were all genuinely Roelanders. That was
Yeah.
that was
We were
crazy.
talking about that an episode ago, and we were we miss those
Mm-hmm. It was
all those
so
personalities,
fun.
Jackson Jog when he was on
Oh, I forgot
came
about
over.
that.
Yeah, people forget about that, but
Didn't he draw a dick on somebody's head? And
Yeah.
and that's
he
why
pinched
he-
Nick
Nick-
Rice in the night.
Nick
Yeah.
and Jackson had a rivalry.
Yeah.
It was so funny though.
God, dude, I just miss the summer Roelands when we used to go to Lincoln School at 2 a.m.
Oh,
yeah,
with
tell me about
brothers
it.
And just all this.
I loved walking to Casey's at
Or yeah, just
midnight.
walking around. I don't
Yeah.
know why, but it was just doing at night was just fun.
Now we just have
Mhm.
cars to go around. It's not as special. Just
No, I mean we can still walk.
Yeah,
it's
but
just,
it's why would we?
we were
want
why
to?
would we walk when we have a car? So then it's just not as fun.
Childhood, man.
that's kind of the cool part about sophomore year is that you're not
You're
too mature.
yeah, you're
you're
mature
still
enough
young.
to still do stuff, but you can't yeah.
You still gotta come up with ways to get to point A and B.
That is true. Yeah, that is also true. God, it's just so weird thinking that I used to have to ask for rides.
Oh yeah, I
Like,
know
that,
what you
that,
mean.
like, that like blows my mind. Like I used to have to ask Whitney for rides ever.
Aw.
That was just odd. She got her ticket, first and only ticket.
Didn't get a ticket. I got a warning.
Oh no.
You
The
got a
first
warning?
time,
You.
literally, speeding. The first time I ever took Connor home. Hey! The first time I ever took him home, like it was from a volleyball game. The first time I ever took him home, so I didn't know where he like lived or anything, but I like dropped him off, and then I was like trying to figure out how to get home from his house. And then I was like just going down a hill, and it was like going from 35 to 25. And so I was going down a hill, so like I had to like put my foot on the brakes, but it takes longer if you're going downhill. And so by the time I was going down the hill, I was slowing down. I was making an effort to slow down. And so I get to the bottom of the hill, and I look down, and I'm going 30, and I look up, and there's a cop like coming up other way. And so I'm just driving. I'm like, I was going 30. That's only 5 over. And so then I look in my rearview mirror, and he whips it around.
Oh.
And this is like in Belvedere. And so I'm like, it's like 9 o'clock at night. I'm like, this dude has nothing to do. He's just bored, and he wants to pull me over. And so he pulls me over. He goes, I had you going 34. And I was like, that's because it was 35 back there. Like, it had just changed to 25. And then I was like, whatever. And he's like, well, I'm going to give you a warning.
He probably just pulled you over because it's Belvedere and the streets are really like narrow. Or he's just a dick, one of that two.
He is a dick. It was
Oh,
Sharp.
God.
He's the Beatrice cop with a stick up his ass. He's the worst.
Sharp?
Yeah. Yeah, so if you ever get Officer Sharp, he's...
Yo, I don't remember when, but I was late to, or like almost gonna be late to school, and it was the day we had tennis, and I was like, I don't remember, it was something stupid, or I was going back from tennis, it was something stupid, but I was flying at least 70 down the like road where you turn into the speed
Oh
bumps.
my god.
Like I was
Scott
going like 70 or 75 at least. I was flying, and I'm like going, and I'm like not really paying attention because I'm like, fuck, I gotta get in, I don't want to be late. And I like see the cop just sitting there, and I go, and it's like right as I pass the tree line, so I go, like I might slow down a little bit, but there is no point. I'm getting pulled over, so I like slow down to maybe 60. I'm like, I'm probably gonna get pulled over. And I look over, and the cop looks up, waves at me.
Oh
doesn't
my
do a
God.
fucking thing.
What
Doesn't
a
do a
G.
thing.
What a
I
G.
know.
It definitely wasn't
It
Officer
was,
Sharp.
I don't know. It was a girl cop, and she waved.
That
and
girl
I-
cop
I
is
went-
so
I went-
nice.
I went- She was
So-
like, she definitely had to know I was late to school because she saw me turn in. I was like, let's go, baby.
The one cop interaction I had was on my birthday.
Oh, that was.
Wait, what happened?
We were all like in a cartel. We were back to back, and we were like
Convoy,
speeding.
yeah.
And then we would go into parking lots and like honk and speed around in them. And then when we got to my house, this police car just rolled up
SUV.
with their lights
yeah.
on. And I get out in my creeper onesie because I got that for my birthday.
Oh yeah.
And I walk out. I'm like, everyone's looking around. I'm like, what's going on, guys? I turn around and there's a cop. That was
Yeah, I confronted him.
Did
Like,
they say anything?
oh yeah, I got in my car. I turned around, I'm like, what's these fucking lights? And I turned around, and I just see this giant man in a police uniform march up, and I'm like, it's like a video game where like you have a special like cutscene with a character, and everything goes blank, and I'm like, he comes up and is like, hey, so, you know, you can't be honking and speeding like out in parking lots. That's disturbance of the peace. And I'm like, yeah. I'm just kind of shell shocked. This is like, I have no idea what's gonna happen because you have all these goons acting like idiots. You have hunters calling like me a Jew, like it's like, hey, shut up, you Jew. And then you have Roel coming out of his onesie. So like, we could have all been tested for drugs, and rightfully so.
Okay, but you guys are just lucky Hunter didn't just go, shut up, Nick.
yeah. We're like.
the cop was really nice though. He
He was like, yeah,
understanding.
he said, but I get your kids, you know, you do stupid stuff like that. This is just a warning. All right, have a good night. And he got his big ass SUV and woo, drives off. And we look at each other, kind of still shell shocked. They were like, wait, what are we gonna do with Roel's parents?
You see Max pop out and go, okay, bud.
Thanks, pal. And we're like, how did? No way, Roel's parents didn't see that.
Yeah, because my wall has like windows against
Yeah,
it.
it's like
all
and
windows.
the flashing lights.
And they didn't know?
Nope.
Okay,
Did you
but I
tell
also
them?
feel like your parents are like fuck it. Like, yeah, I'm like, shit,
I feel like
we're
my
done.
dad definitely like he was like playing his global poker game on Facebook. He was like, "Whoa, those lights." Oh, whatever.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Walking in and seeing your dad playing poker is one of the most iconic, like,
And he always has his they're like down
Yep.
here,
Yeah.
and
with
he's
the
like,
beanie, with the
he goes,
beanie, and like,
hey, what's up, guys?
hey, what's up? Is that same voice? I love him.
He was probably proud of me when he saw the police car.
Yeah, he was like, my boy and a bitch.
Yeah, he got in like this big street fight when he was still in the Philippines because like some like people stole his friend's watch.
Oh
And
shit!
he was with 3 friends and it was up against like 5 guys, and he beat him up. Them as a
That's
squad beat him up and they
legendary.
got their watch back.
Dude, that's what I like to hear. That's why he's a prison guard, dude. If any butt
Facts.
breaks, he's like,
Facts.
get your ass.
I mean, he's a
bitch.
little past his prime now. But
He is a little, just a
A little
tad.
bit,
That's
yeah.
okay.
No, but like, cause I remember where did we buy the watermelon? Maybe, it was like fall, and it was like me and Nick on the roof, and it was Caden and Chet down below.
Oh my god.
And we bought a watermelon. And
Oh
we're
my
like, no
God.
way. We're like, dude, his parents have the years walking around. And I go, if they haven't come out, yeah, fuck now. So I go, Nick, throw it. And he goes, no, I'm in.
That was.
I was like, shut up, bitch, do it. He's all right.
I hated that because when.
Because you came out and you were like pissed.
Yeah, I was pissed because this watermelon was all over the drive-through
And
or
then,
driveway. I mean.
what's crazy is I think Chet, and you know, he's allergic to everything known to
Mhm.
man, starts eating it off of this. And we were like, Chet, you're gonna fucking die. And he goes, okay, man, it's some good watermelon. And we were like, well, can't argue with that. And then you got Caden doing some weird zombie shit. I don't know what he was
Caden
doing.
and Chet.
Because I remember, Chet walks down, and I tell him, okay, if you're gonna break the watermelon, just don't like break it.
Yeah, you were like,
in a
don't do it
place
on
where-
the driveway.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And we were like, and that was like the one specific spot. And we all like
And-
looked
and
at each
we
other
all
and
went-
like, well.
Because I remember when I said that to Chet, he was like, okay, yeah, for sure. And then Chet or Nick goes down, and we're like, well. And I asked,
Have these shit eating
I,
grin.
I asked,
Yeah,
I asked, did you guys throw the watermelon off the driveway? And then he goes like, no, and he starts running up like he's gonna be able to like clean it by the time I get up there.
Quick get up
Come a
there and
bit.
it's spotless. You're like,
I'll be like,
like
okay, I
that.
guess I should have believed you guys. But no, I outpaced Chet as if he's gonna be able to clean it up, and I see this splattered ass
I remember
watermelon.
this is what you did. You were like, because I remember I was just standing outside and I was like, I got no idea how we're gonna clean this. And you walked out, went about the truck, and you were like, I think you might have been like, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, you guys better clean this shit up.
Yeah, it was something like that. And
Yeah.
you walked back in.
That's funny.
It's dumb as fuck.
It was like a cutscene in GTA.
Yeah.
And then we watched Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. He just clowned on them.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
And then we said that Flint Lockwood looked like
like
Chet.
Chet.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yo, remember when it was? I don't think anybody else was up, but it was you, me, and Caden. We were watching the Babadook.
Yes,
I watched that movie again. Not scary, but I don't. We must have just been hyping the fuck out of it.
I
or
mean,
some-
when you
I
with the
don't know.
boys, like you hype
we were
it
like,
up.
we were like scared
Yeah.
shitless.
You're, like,
still.
cuddling
up
Yeah.
together.
We were like, oh, it was bad. I was like shaking, bro. I was like,
I was like,
it was like going up a roller coaster. I was like, stop shaking.
One thing I'd miss is waking up at Roel's and just seeing like someone watching like a horror movie and then like go back to sleep.
Yeah.
One time, Kaden and Chet were watching like some horror movie. And I woke up to them going,
I remember this.
yeah, I wake up to them and be like, oh, he's gonna fuck her. He's gonna fuck her. And I'm like, oh my god, you idiot.
I
There's
remember.
cum on her.
There's cum all
Oh,
over.
I remember the second to last Roeland, and it's like the Roeland where Scott was there,
Mhm.
and I remember it was you and me. I think we were playing tennis on the
Yes.
Wii, and they were all playing that fucking titty and
Yeah,
Honey Pop.
behind
Honey
us,
Pop.
yeah.
Well, we were
It's
just
so
like,
weird.
playing some
Yeah.
Wii tennis.
And we hear, oh shit, there's a titty, and everybody's like, yo, wild, and we turn around and be like,
We're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
It's shit like that I
Yeah,
think my
yeah.
parents. It's shit like that I think my parents wish I was actually drinking and smoking pot.
Yeah,
instead of like
looking
Look at anime titties.
Yeah.
and get hyped about it.
God, that was so stupid.
I have a video where it's just like it's on the Roeland Instagram where it's just all of them on the computer and going, oh
Yeah. Oh my.
my expectations for Jeremy Scott was like, oh yeah, we're gonna be able to talk about all that
Yeah.
happened and
Bro, that's what I was like, dude. We're gonna better like play colors. We're
Yeah.
gonna like do some fun shit. And he starts like just playing anime titties, and we're like, Scott, this is the one.
And then he
night.
leaves.
And then he left at like 9.
Didn't even stay the night. Yeah.
We were like, bruh.
my expectations were just like
Crushed.
it was here and
Yeah.
then
My dreams literally just
When he comes back, it's gonna be like a weird.
yeah, if he comes
Does
back,
he have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
he has an e-girl
Okay, dude.
girlfriend.
My question is, that he used to post on a story like changes or something like that, and there was somebody in the hospital bed. Was that his like mom or something?
I don't remember.
I didn't see that.
I didn't
What?
see that.
Yeah, I saw it. Because I was thinking, I was like, I wonder if his stepmom got sick or something. Because I know his dad is.
His
That
dad.
whole
his,
family
lost.
situation is
I
weird.
feel so bad for Scott,
Me
dude.
too.
Like in all honesty, his dad just lost his memory. Like, how does that even happen?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Happens to the best. of us.
Gotta like,
Yeah.
yeah. Gotta pay for his like family's like tax and all that.
Yeah, he literally
Work
He,
and-
yeah, and he's still
Yeah.
going to school. I remember we were in. He was gonna drop out, and we were like. I was like, I wanted to tell him don't do it, but at the same
It
time,
makes
like,
sense,
he's
yeah.
got
You
so
have
much
no
shit
reason.
going on. Like,
He's going to culinary school
Culinary,
now.
yeah, he's
What's that?
completed a cooking school basically.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
All he has to do is just graduate high school
Yeah.
and he's good. He
that's
can
crazy.
work like at 1,000 different places.
He could be a personal chef for LeBron.
Oh my god, yeah.
That would be. Well, I doubt LeBron's still in the league, but Bronny.
Ronnie, be a personal nutritionist.
LeBron's still going hard in the paint, though. Who knows? Maybe he's got some 53 in him.
Maybe we'll beat Vince Carter.
Yeah,
out in age.
and he's still balling. He's
How
still getting
old is
32 a
Vince Carter?
game. Vince Carter, that dude is so old.
He
He's-
He's so old that the Raptors throwback jerseys
Yeah.
were their like normal jerseys.
Yeah,
when he played for
yeah.
the Raptors. That blows my mind.
Vince Carter's a legend.
Like if I was Vince Carter and I saw like a tweet from the Raptors and it goes, the 2020 or 2019-2020 throwback jerseys are here. Like check them out. And he clicked on the link and he just sees like a picture of him fucking dunking. I'd be like, it's probably time for me to retire.
Yeah. I mean, he's still good.
He's
Is
yeah,
the
he's
thing.
alright.
Yeah.
Bad. Like
Does he still play for the Raptors, or did he get?
no,
No,
he plays
he's
for the
at the
Hawks.
Hawks.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
No, but he sunk that. Remember, he sunk that last shot. It was like all over, and he made
Mhm.
like a three.
God, now I gotta
and
look
everybody's
this up.
freaking out, and everybody's like, "That's got to be his last point made. That's
Yeah.
got to be his last thing." But
He's trucking.
he is. He's like.
I'm surprised he
he's
hasn't.
probably got like 7 points a game.
I'm surprised that he hasn't just gone out to like the G League or like
I know,
China.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, because that's what
didn't-
happened to those like washed up old players.
What's his name? Jeremy Lin.
Jeremy Lin, yeah,
Yeah.
He's there.
he's 43.
Holy shit.
Vince Carter.
Vince
Dude, but
Carter.
Tom
Wow.
Brady's like 41. I mean, given his football, it's way
Yeah,
different.
footballers.
And he's quarterback and he doesn't run. So, I mean, Tom Brady could realistically be playing till he's 50 probably.
I'd love to see this white hair Tom Brady be like
80-year-old Tom Brady.
Man, 44, right? Ugh."
Yo, but facts, his voice is still loud as fuck for 41, dude.
Is it?
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Because you know when they say like red 41,
Yeah.
like that's their voice. I don't think that's mic'd up. It might be mic'd up, but I don't know. It's loud. That's all I know.
I mean, you gotta be loud when there's
Yeah,
Mm.
no, yeah, it's probably
thousands of
mic'd up.
fans in the stands.
Or also, you know how I always wondered is how did like the because you know how you always see advertisements about like the Bluetooth things in their helmets or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
How they talk? How does that work?
I have no idea.
And where
It's kinda
where the
crazy.
fuck do you talk and where do you hear? Yeah,
I think there's just like some chip in there
Uh-huh.
that connects to the. I don't know. It's just all Bluetooth.
yeah. It'd be
Bluetooth
weird.
is pretty like efficient.
That is true.
I remember
Imagine,
Like it doesn't take a whole lot of machinery
That is
for
true.
Bluetooth.
Yeah.
imagine like running around. You just hear like you're running.
It
You
just-
hear,
I think one of the problems with those is that like sometimes it does cut in with like other radio signals. Like
Oh,
that's kind of
shit.
like a controversy because they say like the Patriots deliberately cut off like connections with so they couldn't call plays.
yeah, that's
They're
true.
trying to always accuse the Patriots of something, so I don't know.
That's true. Well, it's because they're just they just win.
Yeah.
They just win.
Yeah.
People try to find excuses. And as much as we hate to say it,
They're just good.
They're just good.
Well,
Bill
might
Belichick.
not be as good
I
anymore.
don't know, man. Bill Belichick's he's like a general basically. He's not even a coach. No, I was watching this video and his dad was actually a general in like the army or something. That's how he based his coaching. That's
Wow.
off of his-
Jesus.
yeah.
That's epic.
Yeah. And then you think Aaron Hernandez was one of his players, and he gangsta fucking somebody,
God.
and he's also gay.
Really?
Yeah, Aaron Hernandez was fucking dudes in like high school and shit.
What a guy.
I don't know. What a guy. Now he's dead.
There's a lot of like tragic stories with football players.
That's true.
Like, you know, like O.J. Simpson. Imagine if you just heard like I guess not like LeBron James, but another like Zion. Zion just caps like his girlfriend.
Jesus.
Like you
Oh my
heard that on the
God.
news.
Oh, like what's his name? Ray Lewis, like that one linebacker or was running back that like beat the fuck out of his wife in the elevator.
Like
Or
that'd be
Ray Rice or
That was it, right?
that'd be like
somebody I don't remember.
I don't know what's like just so many football players are
They're so
beating someone
aggressive,
up.
dude.
Yeah.
And okay, so you know how they're all saying it's like the CTC or whatever the disease is.
I haven't heard
You
of
haven't
this.
heard
No.
that?
Oh my
No.
gosh. How is there's like some matter in their brain like
After
gets
so many hits
diminished.
to the
Oh,
head,
shoot.
Yeah,
and
oh,
like,
starts
and then
shrinking, and
they don't make decisions very well and they get depressed, and that's why like so many football players have killed themselves.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh
know.
my God.
And that's what, because like the average, after you leave the NFL, like the rate of like how long they live is like so much lower than everybody else.
Mhm.
Like just their average like lifespan. And so like there's this thing that happens in your brain, but you can't like do tests for while you're alive. Like they can only do tests
Yeah.
after you're dead, and then they analyze your
see.
brain, and they're like, oh yeah, this dude had this disease. I don't know what it's called.
It's like CTC or
Yeah,
CDC
it's something
or
like that.
something.
I
But
think of that.
there's no tests for when they're alive, so they have no idea.
Wow.
That's why there's a lot of controversy with like whether there should be contact football like at such young ages. It's just because
Yeah,
that
your
is
brain's
true.
not
Shit.
developing.
But
or
then,
done developing.
but then if you didn't have contact sports when you were younger, then the NFL would be like, I could probably try out right now. And
Yeah,
make it, you know,
no one would be that good.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, or like because you know how the XFL does the weird kickoff thing.
Yeah.
They're thinking about doing that with the NFL because 90% of like the hard hits are from kickoffs.
Because you're sprinting.
The XFL is kind of dope. Low
Yeah,
key.
the XFL is low key actually dope. You hear Tim Tebow was like, "Yeah, this is the greatest thing. I wish they would have had it when I was still playing
Yeah.
football."
I mean, some people like they go from the XFL to NFL, and they,
That's true. It's like
it's
the
like
G
it's
League,
just like G League,
basically.
but it's like more it's entertaining.
Dude, like the indoor football league, that was a thing, but that's so stupid.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's dumb.
Like it's no, because there was like a 320-pound quarterback that started. That's when you know your league is a joke.
Isn't that like in Canada?
It might have been, but he was like flexing. He was like, "Yo, the Jets fucking want me, dog."
Oh my God.
and you know, like when a lineman is wearing a football jersey, and that's like fucking like it's
Yeah,
like stretched
yeah.
out. That's what it was doing.
Oh god. High school football players, you know, you can get like really attractive ones, or like the like just dirtiest
Yes.
of them. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yeah, like I'm not gonna go.
No, God.
Oh my
Well, stop.
Oh,
I think we can
always
imagine though.
do. Yeah, I think you got him covered. Dude, I'll never forget. Okay, so I was playing this one kid in 7th grade, and he moved, but his name was Noah Glover. You probably remember him.
That's a sick last name.
Noah Glover. He was a trombone.
I wasn't in band at the time.
No, but he was Noah. You have to know Noah Glover, like the big dude, like rivaled Indigo for the biggest dude in our grade, probably.
I think he's starting to take an image in my mind.
And he was cousins with Jason Tifo,
Oh, I think I know.
and
who
his
you're
whole
talking
family
about.
was like decently big,
Mhm.
and he had some older brothers that were bigger as well. But he was like, their whole family was like big and weird, but
Mhm.
Noah was like way worse. No, but I remember I hit him, and he's like big and he's nasty. And Jason told me once that he told like Noah told Jason that he didn't wipe when he shit. He just waited for it to dry. Like
What?
like that kind of
That's
nasty.
gross.
Like that kind of nasty. And I remember I hit him in football, and I hit him so hard he pissed his pants, and he pissed on me basically.
Oh god.
And my jersey smelled like piss, and that's when I knew. I was just like, because I quit football, you know, in
Mhm.
9th grade technically, but I was just like, that's just kind of when I knew. I was like, this probably isn't
It's
for me,
over.
bro. I'm not trying to hit this 270-pounder in 7th grade
Mhm.
that pisses his pants when I hit him.
Just shower, stayed in
Like-
the shower for all day. That's what I do.
And this
Dude,
dude,
piss on me.
I just,
Curl up in
Goddamn,
a
I wanna-
position, cry, or something.
I was
piss on
like,
you.
I remember, and it was like the start of practice, so I had to go, and it was like 90 degrees, so I was like, it was just disgusting.
Oh.
And I was like, I asked Plitsky, because I wasn't gonna ask him for a while, and then I go, like, it was like probably an hour in, and I go, Plitsky, Noah pissed on me. And I go, can I like, just get like new pads and everything? And he goes, oh God, and he goes, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, he was like, he congratulated me first. He was like, that must have been a hell of a hit, and I was like, I'm really regretting it now, bro. Like,
Mhm.
I just, it was so gross, and it wasn't like a small piss too. Like, you could see it in his, like, it was
Big
running
load.
down. Like his pants were no longer white. I'm talking.
What?
Ugh.
That's nasty.
We do have to talk about a prompt.
Yeah, it's
I was thinking, like, what is the likelihood that Robinson, like, even listens to our podcast and hears the prompt?
Very little.
Very little. You want to try an experiment?
I do have to pee real quick.
Sure.
All right, we can take a break here.
All right.
All right, we'll be right back.
Oh my
So, the future is coming for both of us. Whitney, you're going to college. What college are you going to?
University of Nebraska.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
UNL.
And
Okay.
Connor, I just saw on like Facebook the other day, Billy got into
He did
National
go to the
Guard.
National
Is
Guard.
that what you're gonna do?
No,
Probably. Okay. Nope. I guess not.
I guess not.
I'm kidding.
Nah, probably not. The only reason I would do is if I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I mean, if I don't know what I'm gonna do, I'll probably just go to like SEC and play soccer or something for
Oh,
the
yeah.
first 2 years. I might do that regardless, just because it's way cheaper than
Yeah.
like going to a state school. But
You know
I
what
don't
you
know.
want to do?
well, according to the career ed
Oh, shit.
test,
Yeah.
the assessment test, I'm either going to be a security manager, a computer hardware engineer, or an aerospace engineer.
Okay.
So, and I was thinking physical therapy before that.
Yeah.
Physical therapy. That'd be
So-
cool.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like I could make, because I don't know, because I feel like if I made a physical therapy business,
You'd
like,
make
you
bank.
could,
Oh, you
could
can
make
make- yeah.
some
Yes.
easy bank there.
Find a place like Beatrice. Just.
And then I
Right.
could like incorporate like a chiropractor too if I really wanted
Mm.
to.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I could.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. And I gotta go to a small town probably just cause it's probably easier that way.
Yeah, for sure. Or you could be a security manager and just
Yeah.
sit behind a bunch of cameras.
And
You
just
can
sit
make
there
bank,
and
too.
eating a
You
dog.
can make
some
Dude,
bank.
and you make like 170K doing that.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Roel's changing his mind.
Maybe I'll be a security manager.
And yeah. Like physical therapy, that's 8 years of school. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Getting into med school and stuff, that it's expensive.
So I mean, like I feel like in a computer hardware engineer, it's just like building computers. It's not like you're
That is the
Uh-huh.
job of the future.
yeah.
Like computers and shit, security.
And building computers, that's
Cybersecurity,
really
like-
not hard. I mean, computers just kind of just like Legos for adults.
Yeah.
I mean, if you genuinely
To be
think
honest,
about it,
yeah.
Yeah.
What
Put
are
the
you doing in
processor
college,
here.
Whitney?
I'm majoring in actuarial science.
Oh, that's tough. That's some hard stuff.
Do you even?
It's like it's a lot of stuff with like numbers.
Yeah, it's statistics, and it's like you work at an insurance company, and you basically use like
Yo,
statistics
so
and you
you're
analyze.
like Jake from State Farm.
You have to be big brain to do it.
Thank you.
Yo, I saw this one. I saw this one thing, and it was like, it was on TikTok, and you know how the new Jake from State Farm is black.
Uh-huh.
Wait, there's a new.
Wait, there's a
Yeah.
new Jake?
And he's
There's
black?
and he's not, because it was the OG commercial. It was like, what are you wearing, Jake from State Farm? And it cuts to this. It's like a newer office and everything, and it's a black dude. And it's
Oh,
a
I have
TikTok,
seen that,
And it's
yeah.
a TikTok, and it was like, he was like, khakis, and the dude goes, wait a second, that's not Jake, that's a knit, and then it cuts off. But
Is Jake from State Farm just like James Bond, a title?
yeah, James, the Jake is passed on from generation to
Hell yeah.
generation.
Anyway, Whitney, with what career are you looking at with actuary
Well,
science?
an actuary is like an actual career.
Oh yeah.
And so, yeah, I would just work at an insurance company and I'd do statistics and stuff. And then basically, like, set premiums and stuff for insurance.
Mhm.
Just using, like, past statistics. But I only want to do that for, like, 10 or 15 years. And then I really want to be, like, a business professor. Like,
Oh,
at a
really?
university. Yeah,
That'd
I've
be
always,
sick.
I don't know. I just really think that, like, the university system is cool.
Are you gonna play sports at UNL?
No. I'm auditioning for the pep band.
Oh
I want to
really?
be in
Yeah.
Big Red
That'd be
Express. I
sick.
don't want to do marching band because that's a lot.
That's a
Marching
big time
band's
really,
so
commitment.
much
it's
Yeah.
really early in the
Yo,
morning.
no
And
cap,
so,
I would still be in band if it wasn't for marching band.
Yeah.
Just
That's
saying.
the story for a lot of people.
Marching band is normally the one that does it.
And like, no offense to Johnson. Well, yeah, I actually take this back. Probably all offense to Johnson.
Oh no.
Dude, okay, so I like calculated how much time we were outside, like in the mornings and stuff, and just our own time, and we had like over 48 hours. Like I stopped at 48, and I was like, 2 days, wow. And then it just blew my mind that he wouldn't let us like get help for a teacher for like 15 minutes in the morning.
That
Really?
is
Yeah,
true. Yeah.
and I'm in tennis, and so I'm like, dude, I can't go in after school, and I don't have a study hall. And he was like, so you're gonna choose my time. I'm like, dude, we literally had a band camp for a week and a half.
Yeah.
And if I'm failing a class, I can't march, dumbass. Like, and he was like, sometimes he just wouldn't let me go. And then I eventually got to the point where I had to have teachers email him, and then he just got like all petty about it.
Uh-huh.
And I was
I've
like, dude,
heard
you
that.
literally,
He's, like,
you
tight
literally,
about that.
you brought it upon yourself.
He's never been tight on me about it, I don't think.
I heard
No,
from
it's
some
because
people
I
he
used to
is.
do it all the time, but like also I had Miss Hines for my first quarter, and like some people didn't struggle with that, but like, were you in Miss Hines first semester?
Oh yeah.
Like, dude, that was hard as
It was
shit.
hard. And I had Garland, and that was easy.
Yeah, because everybody's like, Garland's a shit teacher, and we were like, we believed it. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
we were like, dang, chemistry sucks. And then we got second semester, we had Garland, and I led. And
I loved it.
I went from like a D+ to an A, like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Garland's
So, like,
I like
I-
Garland.
I think the common thing with Garland was that like people would say he's a good teacher, but he couldn't really explain it to someone like that's more of a dumbass. Like
Dude, but to be fair, everybody that said Garland sucked was just
was a
stupid.
dumbass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they just wouldn't think about it. I thought Garland was great.
I feel like if you go
to
out
be
of your way
honest.
to say like you fail because of your teacher, it's kind of a
that
bullshit
makes
excuse.
That makes okay, except for Miss Hines was
I will.
like,
Yeah.
genuinely
Miss,
horrible.
yeah. I will say.
she'd be like, okay, guys, so I have this equation on the board. So, and then she's just like, so that's it, guys. That's how you do it.
I remember how it'd get awkward as hell.
Because she would like forget. She would just like, nah, I know what she's doing halfway through the equation. She'd be like, so this goes. Oh wait, hold on, no, it doesn't. And then she'd like walk back to her textbook and then
Yeah.
like look it up.
Are you
online.
serious?
No, yeah, she
Yeah,
forgets stuff
mhm.
halfway through.
I had her second semester and she never did that, I don't think.
She might have gotten better. We had her like when she was
it
fresh.
It was
her
her first
first.
time.
Yeah.
Uh,
I will say like
This
the
is
only
always
teacher like I would have conflict with is like Mrs. Mick. She's a great person, but like all the shit that the constant stream of homework you get, it kind of like stressed me out. And when we had those back-to-back concerts and then soccer practice,
that was tough.
and then like I had to do trigonometry after school, I kind of like wanted to blow my brains out for like a week, and then now we're out.
Yo, speaking of which, I still have to do my annotated bibliography.
You gotta do by
And dude,
11:59.
and I have to learn the dance. I forgot about that until just now.
Oh yeah. Are we gonna record that today or tomorrow?
Well,
Yo,
tomorrow
you
I
guys
have to work
should, you
at
guys should
5
help
hours.
shit,
me
we should.
learn the dance tonight. And
Shit,
How am I
we'll
doing
see.
homework?
I gotta get my sleep, man.
I feel like it wouldn't take that long. I'll just do it tonight.
This
I
is
do
the
it.
life of a high schooler.
Mhm.
With the annotated baby. Oh wait, obviously might watch this. Never mind.
Might. You're good.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I feel like once you get your sources, you could just bullshit the fuck out of it. Like,
I like to think Robinson listens to these
Yeah.
religiously, and she just got done with episode 3, and she's going like slapping her knee and like, man, she's telling her husband to come listen to this shit,
Yeah.
getting the whole family
Yeah.
here, covering their ears at like the bad parts.
no, but I mean, I feel like once you get sources, you could just be like, because it's all like every source is basically
Yeah.
the same thing. You can just be like, yeah, this has statistics about blah 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 blah, and you can be like,
What's
this will be
your
helpful
topic?
because mine is nicotine and like tobacco,
Oh, cool.
and I'm gonna say it should be illegal like all around, but
Should be illegal.
Yeah.
I agree.
just not good for you.
Facts. It's blatantly unhealthy.
Yeah.
And the only plus is that, it feels good.
That's facts. That's facts. So.
I was reading about like pot, like how people take it for anxiety, and then after a while when they stop taking it, their anxiety is like amplified, like 10 times worse.
Yeah.
Like I mean, if you constantly take it.
I mean, I feel like drugs just isn't the option for anything.
Yeah.
For the most part.
I talked about this I think some time ago, but I kind of agree with Dave when he says like he doesn't like to pump his body with medication when he's sick. Like he just lets his body naturally do it.
That's
and eat
what
the
I
right
do.
vitamins. That's smart. I want to do that.
And I don't like taking ibuprofen if I'm hurt, cause like ibuprofen's not that bad, but it does eat like the liner of your stomach if you have too much. And I used to take it all the time when I was a kid because Rana just told me to. But like, I don't know. I feel like ibuprofen is a mindset. Like you just take ibuprofen, and you're like, oh, okay, well, it won't hurt anymore, and then because your brain, you can have like your brain just think that. So I don't know. I think that's what ibuprofen does, but it's just.
Dr. Kelley, you heard it here, folks.
I mean,
there's
some truth to that.
It probably does do something, and like I'm not doubting that, but I feel like, just the comfort of you like knowing you took the painkiller helps take away.
What I think like if you have your body like if you get hurt and you always take a medication after that and your body like gets dependent on that medicine, and it doesn't train itself to like.
Yeah, same with injury because I feel like you just take ibuprofen all the time, and your body just naturally
doesn't really artificially heal. Oh shit, my shirt.
It broke?
No, this arm has been broken for a while.
Okay.
We're hitting 1 hour and 30.
1 hour and 30.
We better start closing it up.
All right. Last topic.
All right.
Let's have another Whitney topic.
A Whitney topic. All right, guys. Well, all right. From freshman year to senior year, both of you both have pretty stayed strong. To say, what do you think is like, Whitney, from freshman to senior, what has been like the biggest challenges for you, right? And then Connor, what has like been the, I guess like, I wouldn't say challenge, but what's it like been having you two dating for this long into your high school career? Yeah, we're gonna go deep with this.
Yeah.
What are we saying?
I guess for the general topic is kind of just like, how's it been like having this like relationship in high school, and how are you gonna like process like past high school? Because I know a lot of people, they struggle with that. They enter college and now like they move to other like states and shit.
I mean, the plus is that I'm going to Lincoln, so it's 40 miles. My family is a big part of my life, like, so I'll be coming back a lot.
I didn't know. I was like, what? Where is she going? But
no, I'll be in Beatrice quite a bit because like I've always depended on my family. Like my sister's my best friend, so I'll be back a lot. It's not like I'm like a party animal. I'm not gonna be going to some like freaking ragers and just like end up with some rando, I don't know.
Hey man, if it happens, it happens.
It is what it is.
No, I was joking. It is
what it is. Whitney, can you list me one thing you love about Connor and then one thing you absolutely despise about him?
Uh-oh.
What? Oh, that's mean.
I don't give a shit.
Kelley can take it. He can take it.
I have 2 dead parents, bro. You think this is the worst thing that's happening to me?
This could be either really sweet or really detrimental.
Tomorrow, because you imagine like tomorrow we break up, like it's that bad.
That would be insane.
She goes, I've hated this about you for like a long ass time.
She storms out of this room.
She goes, I just can't take it anymore. We're fucking through, Connor. And just like walks out the door. I'd be like,
staying strong like foot long and weight.
When are you coming out with a new song?
Soon. I just need a new up and coming rapper like.
Okay.
And I can just say like featuring unknown, and you can say unknown, and people can just guess.
That'd be a sick rap name. Unknown.
Just stay anonymous.
Yeah.
I should have done unknown. Fuck, that is dope. No. Better than Footlong's too good.
Footlong's are pretty good.
Footlong's iconic.
Oh shit. Max Meyer.
So is Max really quarantined in his house or not?
Yes.
Yeah.
Grandma,
Everyone's-
dead ass has been leaving the house.
Yeah.
He's been balling up.
I guess we forgot to mention, Hunter and Max, they're not going to be on the podcast for a while because they're in lockdown. And
Oh,
Hunter's
I
parents,
forgot they're part of a podcast.
Hunter's parents probably don't want Hunter going over to a Chinese household, especially with
Yeah, his
two
parents
Asians.
low-key
Yeah.
Well, not low-key, just are.
They just are Asian.
Well, there's no low-key about Rhonda being racist.
Yeah.
She thought your name was like Raheem freshman year.
I can't believe Rhonda's so basic.
Yeah, I know,
actually.
for real.
So
Anyway, Whitney, have you thought
did it
about
give
it?
you enough
Yeah.
time to think about it?
Sure. One thing I love about Connor is what?
Go, come
kinda
on,
hype.
come
I'm
on.
getting ready for this fucking atomic bomb.
Stop.
I forgot it. It's just like so quiet.
I don't know.
You do now. You're just
You
hiding.
do
it.
know.
I don't care. Because more likely I'll get the same question, and if it's bad enough, I'll drop something bad too. I'm just joking.
Ouch.
I'm not gonna.
Something that I love about Connor is that I don't know, whatever, like.
We'll just cut it there. I don't know. Thank you for listening to the Roel.
To be honest, why do I date your ass? This is a terrible idea.
She goes, thanks for wasting 2 years of my fucking life, and just like slams the door.
Stop!
Okay, so we'll answer you seriously this time.
Okay,
Yeah.
we won't react.
Something I love about Connor is that, like, whatever we do when we're hanging out, like, we can have fun. Like, I like that I can play sports with you and, like, everything and just have fun. And I like that, like, I don't know, we're just, even when we're just having a conversation, like, it's still fun. Like, you actually care about, I don't know.
Aw, that's cute. Now I'm ready for the atomic bomb.
Hey, you're lucky she threw it from the water bottle at me.
What?
Said if I was Roel, you would have thrown the water bottle at me. You would have taken off the scrunchie first and thrown the water bottle.
Oh my goodness.
The whole recording just like you throw the water bottle and the water gets
You
everyone's
see
circuits
some,
blow up.
like, some
Oh,
cartoon
shit!
lightning. You see like cartoon lightning.
Technical difficulties.
Alright, Whitney, we're ready.
I don't know. Sometimes you're kind of insensitive. Like, my feelings are different than you. Like, you have, like, a front, I guess. Like, you're able to, like, take stuff, but I'm not as good as, like, taking criticism, I guess. And, I don't know, sometimes when I'm upset about something, you're just kind of like, oh, rip. And that doesn't make me feel any better. Like, I'll be talking about my problem, and you're literally just saying, rip, and I'm like, okay.
I can imagine the Connor Kelley
Thanks
picture
for
right here.
helping. I'm like, thanks for helping. Like, saying rip means so much. I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I instinctively don't use rip. Because it...
Or oof. Like I
Yeah,
used to my parents died, guys. Oof. My grandma's in the hospital,
I at
boys.
least try and, like...
Oof.
I never know what to say though, cause like sometimes I don't know. I just never know what to say sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know,
Sometimes
but
I gotta
sometimes
agree.
things bother me more than they bother you, and I guess I just think that you don't understand that.
That is also true. Cause if I, like, I don't know. Like if I'm trying to think of an example, I can't think of an example. I'll just use Corona for example. Like, it impacts you more than it impacts me. I guess to put it that way.
Well, yeah, because I'm a senior.
Well, I know, but like, that wasn't very good.
I get where Connor's coming
Yeah, I
from.
don't know.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah. So,
I think, like-
I'm just kind of like my fucking. I don't have a dog, but let's say I have a dog. My dog could die right now. I feel like, fuck.
Your cat died.
Your
That was
cat!
real rapid.
Comic book store. I thought you guys were just trying to get out of there. And I'm like,
It was genuine. His cat was actually dying.
Well, one time,
You guys
one
said that.
time,
Uh-oh.
I was asking, we were talking about how he never cries, because he doesn't cry, ever. Like,
I've
he
never
literally
seen Connor
doesn't
cry.
cry. No, like, he hasn't cried for a long time. And, like, since, like, 6 years old, 7 years old?
Yeah, it's been a while.
And then one time I was like, if I died, would you cry? And he goes, probably not.
No way. How long ago was
Yes.
that?
I don't know, it was a year. It was like a year into our relationship, though.
I said probably not.
Yeah.
I definitely said probably.
No, you did not. You said I doubt it. You were like, I just don't cry. You go, my grandma died and I didn't cry.
Oh my god, and I think I was like playing tag at her funeral.
That kind of made me feel like ass.
Nah, and I don't remember. I don't know. Yeah, I'd probably cry, but I just, I don't cry.
I think one of the like struggles of like a relationship is just like you think like everyone acts the same and feels the same and copes with every like issue the same way. Like how I can take one problem, one adversary, I could like go overboard about it, and then like the person in the other relationship, they just like, oh, whatever. They can internalize it, and that can make me feel like shit.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
you're definitely the Whitney of the relationship.
oh yeah, I'm pretty
We've
feminine.
talked about
I'm
it
pretty
before.
I'm pretty feminine in my relationship. I'm not gonna because I'm like all emotion. I'm pretty emotional based, and I like to, if someone is having a problem, I'll try and like pry and pick at it. But if the other person is just like they internalize and they just like shut everyone out, that makes me feel like, oh shit, I did something, and it creates a whole like overthinking process.
I don't like how much they're agreeing there.
What?
I don't know. I feel like you were describing the other. I was the other person in your description. Like
No, this is from my own experience.
No, I know.
No,
but
yeah.
I'm just
No, I
saying,
definitely
like,
was.
based
I
off
definitely
of what
was,
I just
yes.
heard. Me and Roel, I made some awkward eye contact there. Oh.
Just from like my experience, people got different coping, and that's just like weird to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I get it.
Yeah. I think we'll get closer there.
I think we're good. Yeah. Thank you, Connor Kelley.
Thank you,
Thank
and
you, Whitney
Whitney.
Schwisow. Thank you for being our first guest on episode
Yes.
4 of the Roeland podcast.
History.
Any closing statements? Oh, we'll have you give a plug. And that's what
Yeah.
some people do.
Okay.
You can plug, give a shout out. This is like a thank you from us to you. You can
Alright,
shout out or say
alright.
anything you want. If you want to just say,
What do we
"Fuck you, Roel and Ty. I'm done with this shit."
Oh,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
flip
Flip the
the
table. You
mic.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
We won't care.
All right, we won't care.
Whitney, you can go first.
I don't know. You can go first. What is this? Just
A plug,
shout
or a
out?
It's
shout
just
out.
like
Yeah.
an advertisement. Like you can plug in your TikTok or something, or
Or a shout out to your family or
shout out to your
Robinson.
family.
Lamau.
If you guys didn't know, Connor's parents are dead.
Yeah.
If you haven't picked it up throughout this
Yeah,
episode,
no, in case you're a bit blind.
Or no.
We got subtitles.
Yeah.
Roel's gonna have to type up all the subtitles and shit.
Well, if they're blind, they won't see it.
They got braille or some
I think-
shit.
And
on
the weird braille on the screen.
that is an invention. That'd be so hard to make though.
what?
Like braille on a smartphone.
Mm-hmm.
Because it have to.
I feel
the
like-
the screen would have to.
I
Like,
feel like we could kind of do that. Like if you just like touch something and then the vibrations.
Oh, that-
you-
Oh, that would work.
Oh, that would work.
Shit, I need to patent that.
Yeah.
Idea.
We're
That's probably already
we're
been
like saying
patented.
this, and Siri goes, "I got this shit in my mind now, bitch," and then blows up or some shit.
Oh, man.
Steve Jobs takes it. That's how Steve Jobs made the
Yeah.
iPhone. It wasn't
Zuckerberg was on like a kayaking trip and they were like, "Yeah, we should make Facebook." And then Mark was like, just ran over and made it himself. His kayaking team was like, "Dude, what the fuck? We made this idea." Not anymore.
No.
Okay, Whitney. What's your plug?
Alright.
What's your plug?
Plug.
Mhm.
I'm having a double plug. So I'm shouting out my family and my dog, Wrigley.
Wrigley's a
Wrigley's
sick name.
Wrigley's my
Aw.
dog. She's a golden doodle. She's adorable.
It's fucking big.
90 pounds. It's a
Damn.
girl and she's 90 pounds.
Mine's tall.
Big girl.
Yeah, she is a big girl. So I'm shouting out my dog
BBW.
and my family. Both my sisters. Yeah. And my parents let me leave the house. Yes. Thank you, Roy and Becky. Also, go like the TikToks at _Whitney Elizabeth _
Yep.
maybe.
Yep,
Yep, that's it.
that's it.
Alright. I'm just gonna throw a little flashback at you real quick. Remember when it was like the Obama meme? Like, Mrs. Obama,
Yeah.
get down!
Yeah, yeah.
Remember when we stayed up till
Yeah.
like.
And we thought that shit was so funny.
Yeah.
That's
we
not
were
for humor. That's not for more humor.
Obama just said that everyone got his.
And we were like, well, it was like 2 o'clock. We were like, guys, we need to go to bed. Because, like, I had to work in the morning, and I think Dakey had to work,
Yeah,
and, like,
yeah.
Nick. We're like, guys, we need to go to bed. And then Hunter just goes, Mrs. Obama, get down. Everybody go. nigga, and then they throw like a chair or something across the
Oh,
room.
yeah.
Man, sophomore humor.
I was low key like good old days, but the humor just.
Yeah.
It's cringe looking back
It used
on
to be.
It was
Maybe
the-
like if I saw it for like the first time, like now,
Yeah.
I'd be like,
we
like,
thought
I'd
that
be
shit
like-
was the
yeah.
funniest thing
Yeah.
ever.
yeah, that was the meme.
Shout out to old memories.
Okay, so my shout out first. I might just have to plug my SoundCloud, even
Of
though
course.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I haven't dropped any recent stuff, but it's foot long. Okay,
Pretty fire.
You will release something, right?
I will, as long as you're on board, Roel.
I don't know if I'm a good rapper.
Okay, we'll have to see. Also, dude, where is the diss track?
What do you mean?
Who has it?
I still have it.
I have it on my phone.
I don't, cause I had it on my phone and I got a new phone, so I don't have it anymore.
But we're all gonna delete ours and we're gonna
Put it on
put it
like a
onto a
DVD.
single
yeah.
DVD.
No way.
And
And
so
if that breaks,
if that
that's
breaks,
it.
it's lost forever.
Why?
Just for fun.
For fun, you know. It'll be much more meaningful this disc.
If we have a, yeah, but who gets the disc?
We pass it around, and whoever breaks it, they're out of a.
They're just
Yeah,
gone.
yeah.
Fully out.
They're
They-
just
they-
gone.
they get
no,
shot.
They're
They get
good.
capped.
They're not gone from all the
Let's
Roeland.
just say
They,
you won't
they're
see
leaving
him
this earth.
ever again.
Yeah, yeah.
There'll be a missing person.
Foot
Remember
long.
when we tried to make the music video?
Oh god, that was so.
Failed.
Oh
failed.
man,
That failed.
oh, it's so cringy.
Oh, man.
We're like pushing Nick around.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, that was, and we were in the rape. Is you guys still call it that? A rape closet?
Yeah,
the rape
the rape.
room. That's what it is.
That's an old name.
Clown is fucking that. Oh, remember when we sat in the dark and looked at the snowman?
Yeah, and it started morphing.
Yeah, and then somebody screamed, and then I would have been okay, but somebody was like, ah! And then everybody, and then I was like, oh my god.
Alright, was that your plug?
And then I'm gonna have to shout out Roeland for, for all the good memories and having us on here and.
This is the public
living a life.
announcement. Connor Kelley is no longer.
Oh, he's
part of Roeland.
For Roeland,
But there is no beef between us.
There's no beef.
I mean, it's just like.
It's my time to go, I guess. Right.
But hey, if this podcast proves anything, we're still friends.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's facts,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
facts.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that someone slid up on my story.
That is
You know,
true.
I was pretty desperate for anyone. Oh, not desperate, I guess, because I had some interesting folks
I was like,
slide up.
Connor Kelley.
yeah, he goes.
No, I was happy as he got it,
He goes,
Whitney.
like, no.
Is that
When
your
you
plug?
first told me, you were like, "Yeah, Connor stood up too." I was like, "You're lying."
I thought you guys
There's
coordinated
no
that.
way. No,
no.
I had no idea. And then you were like, "Yeah, I think Connor's in too." I go, "Are you serious?" like, what? I was like, "I don't believe you."
Shit, how long have we been going on for?
Hour 45.
Oh my god. All right. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you've been listening to this full podcast, leave a comment down below. The code is going to be
Adidas 17.
Adidas 17. And if you put that in the comments, I'll give you like a free sticker or something.
Dude, I'll probably give you some sloppy toppy. So.
If you're into Kelly and you
If
want
you-
to
if
you're into Kelly.
if you watch this
And a
hour
man.
45-minute fucking talking about elementary school and shitting and not wiping, you get the dirtiest.
That's the title.
sloppy
Shit, not
top.
wiping.
Shit, not wiping.
All right.
Alright.
Thank you guys for listening to the podcast. Stay safe. Next week, we are going to have Holly Fisher on the podcast. Tune in for that. God bless. Stay safe. And thank you for listening.
Have a good night.